What is going on, everybody, in the chat? This is the, of course, Ultimate Tag Team Podcast, episode 31. We have Goresh, Nolar, Tallen, and myself here. As of right now, I think Datruth and Bebop are maybes or on standby, and Brad always makes his fashionably late entrance when Legends starts. As always, we're going to start with Dokkan and whatever the heck is going on with Dokkan. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really play that game, but Goresh and all them will take you through that. Then we'll transition over into Legends and should be finishing up around midnight like usual. So I will let the Dokkan folks introduce themselves and get the show on the road. And I might be tinkering around with other stuff in the background while they talk about that also. So have at it, you guys. I will give you all the floor.
All right, guys. Well, welcome again. Episode number 31. Lots of stuff to talk about, at least on the JP side. We're going to start with Global. And Goresh, what do we got for Global?
Oh, we have a ton of news for Global. We have a really long maintenance, and that's it.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is it's the great maintenance of 2020. I mean, that's the best way I could describe it. So what exactly was the issue that they ran into?
It was like, so their excuse this time was like, it's one they've used before. It was like either Google or Apple couldn't like have the update go live on the store. But the issue I see with that is like, you could actually download the update on both stores fine. So I don't know what they were talking about.
Huh.
Weird.
So they were lying, is what you're saying.
I don't know if they were lying, but all I'm saying is on my end, like I was able to download the updates. So I don't know. I didn't have the issue. I didn't have the same issue they were talking about. So.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it was very strange. Because I think the same thing actually happened with JP back when they had this update before the anniversary.
Yes, we did.
And it was for a similar amount of time. So I don't know if they were like, okay, now we have to even the score, make sure Global gets this maintenance, or I don't know what they were doing. It seems like though, like I don't know, it was weird.
That's kind of funny though, that you put that out there.
That's pretty funny, yeah. But yeah, no, I remember that on JP. Nolar, you and I were literally just talking about this. How pretty much 6 months to the day, because that's when this fifth year anniversary started. We had that long maintenance, and they're just like, oh, it's because of the store and everything. And I think if I remember correctly, it was because of the Apple Store at that time.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Apple they kind of go on their own timeline of stuff. So
Right.
that like at the time when they said that makes sense. But here, if you're telling me, because Goresh, you play on an iPhone, if you were able to download it and they were saying no one like the Apple Store couldn't update it, then I don't know. I have no clue. I just remember seeing all the tweets, people just screenshotting, being like, "Okay, it's been pushed back. It's been pushed back again and again." And what was the final compensation? 7
It
stones.
was 7 Dragon Stones.
7
Yeah.
stones or something like that. Yeah.
And
Okay.
global was 7 stones. So
Yeah. JP was around the same. I think it was between 5 and 7 stones. So
that's like
Okay.
for every hour, it was like 0.3 stones or something. 8.4. What it was.
Oh, it's too funny. It's too funny. All right, so the maintenance was done, but everything was updated, right? 4.10.0. So that was the I forgot.
Yeah, they added the data for the skill orbs. They added data for stickers. And the interesting thing about this maintenance is they added the button in the Baba shop for skill orbs, so you could use. I think it's a secret treasure chest. That's the section of the Baba shop,
yeah, this
and
the
that's
secret
linked
one. Yeah.
to. Yeah, that's linked to explosive chain battle.
Yeah.
And explosive chain battle, I believe that released during the Golden Week celebration on JP.
Yep.
Which is pretty much our thank you celebration. It's supposed to release during around Thanksgiving time, so November, late November. If they want to release that during the anniversary, that's going to be a big deal. Especially also because we also have a chance of getting Extreme Super Battle Road during the anniversary as well. So if they slide in those two like modes into the anniversary, that's going to be insane. That's a lot of content.
That is, yeah. That definitely is.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back also to the, is this actually the time where they're finally going to start bringing global into the same realm as JP, or what the case is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and the interesting thing too is like now that we're gonna get into this when we get into the JP side, but we know it's coming for Tanabata. Generally, what they do is the Tanabata celebration is like sort of combined with the thank you celebration, because the thank you celebration is Golden Week and Tanabata sort of combined because of like the gift card thing, and I think the Purunga stuff usually is slid into the thank you celebration.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to think like for this year, what are they going to do with the? We can talk about this later, but I'm just like because we're so close together, both versions are so close that I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, are they going to actually like push things up quicker on global, or what are they going to do here?
Yeah. I did a video with Jinro. We talked about Purunga and Shenron. Like, when's the last time you guys actually used Shenron? Do you remember?
Probably like 2016.
2017, I think. Yeah.
Wasn't
anyways,
wasn't he part of the thank you for Tanabata last year?
That was
right?
Purunga. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Purunga.
I mean, like regular Shenron, where you have to go through the story.
Regular Shenron. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2017?
Yeah, because the last time I used it, I remember it was Golden Week of 2017. So, yeah. Anyways, the whole reason I brought that out was because Purunga came out for the 250 million, third year, right? Third year anniversary, then 250 million. And then after that, it's always been Tanabata and Thank You Celebration. So it seems like they've got this track record of Tanabata Thank You Celebration is going to have Purunga, which is nice because Purunga wishes are great. Especially those who are trying to grind for the free-to-play or the EZA for LR Tech Goku, which we'll get into. You'll need those 777 gems, unless you love grinding story. But yeah, that was the last time we ever had. Purunga is for Tanabata and then Thank You. And then I don't know when we're going to get anything else outside of that. Hopefully we'll get Super Dragon Balls at some point, or they can bring back Shenron. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, it seems like they're moving up really quick with global. Like, that's pretty good. I just don't know what they're going to do with it, because they've done that before, right? There's been several times where global's like pretty close, but then they just let global lay waste for months.
Yeah, it's typically around this time too, like right before we get the anniversary, and then we get the anniversary, and then JP's just getting like 400 trillion celebrations back to back to back to back to back. So it's like, okay, Yeah, but I don't think it's ever actually been this close. Like this is
No, this is the
really
closest.
This is definitely the closest. Yeah.
Because you guys are behind what? The Boo, Go Tanks, and then Kefla, right? For Dokkan Fest?
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about it.
So you, literally a dual Dokkan Fest and a regular Dokkan Fest with 2 months, right? Plus, what LRs you guys missing? You got Nappa.
We're just missing.
I think they have them all.
No, we're missing Rose and Broly, but that's coming during.
Well,
the
I mean,
But
that's coming
that's during the celebration, though.
Yeah,
so-
but I mean, like, beside the anniversary stuff,
nothing.
I don't.
That's it.
That's so you literally just missing 2 Dokkan Fests. They could probably pack that in very quickly and then like let us linger for a little while and then get us on track. I mean,
They could. They definitely could.
yeah. I'm not holding my breath though. I'm gonna tell you
Nah.
guys not to hold your breath either, but yeah. All right. Anything else for global? Let's see. What did I put
Really
down
isn't
here?
anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's
I
pretty.
mean-
Just, wait and see kind of period right now.
All right. Shall we then move to JP then?
Yes.
Yeah, we can just move straight to JP, I guess.
All right. So I guess the big thing was we got the Tech Slug and the Strength Kyogen Koku easy areas. Have you managed to play awaken them and play with them?
STR Kaioken Goku I have. Tech Slug I'm currently working on, but Incredible Gems were the forefront of that focus afterwards, so working on that. But STR Kaioken Goku is fine. He's okay, I guess. I guess in terms of a free-to-play card, he's pretty good. I mean, he gets an attack and defense boost automatically. He gets more of an attack and defense boost if you are 77% HP or lower. So that's pretty good.
You need
And
a
then if
Piccolo,
you have
right?
Piccolo on the team, then he gets a high chance to crit and some extra attack, which I don't really try to rely on that too much because when are you really running a Piccolo and a Goku together? But
Okay.
yeah, I mean he's okay. I guess if you're trying to maybe make a good free to play STR team, you can definitely bring him along. He could definitely be he could somewhat be usable, I guess, in something like maybe Extreme Super Battle Road, but he doesn't really increase his defense in terms of his super attack. He just stacks attack, which is not really helpful in that particular mode. Plus, Super STR has already been done free to play now, so he's just okay. I think people will get him. They'll get the Easy A done and everything, and because he might be needed for future events. But I don't think everyone's going to be clamoring to use this guy a ton. So, what about yourself, man?
I just awakened them. I haven't really played with them. The Kaioken Goku, I think he's just fine. Really nothing to write home about.
Right.
And the Tech Slug, you just have to have him if you're going to Easy A the Prime Battle LR Goku,
Yeah,
right?
you need Slug. Yeah, that's why I'm currently working on him right now.
Yeah, so for me, I haven't played with Slug, but I imagine he'd be pretty good. Let me actually look at his kit again because I can't remember. I just straight up awakened. The funny thing is, I think during that time, I just did not care about Dokkan that much because, like, when I looked at my box and I messaged you, like, what do I need to do this easy area? Because, like, for some reason,
I remember that. Yeah.
And I just realized it's because I didn't ever awaken these guys. Like, I didn't even farm the medals to awaken them. I didn't even open the paths, so I had to spend another, hour farming all the the dupes to get the paths open and then awaken them, and then I could use them in the easy area because I just completely forgot about it. I guess I just didn't care because this came out like 2 years ago. I want to say something like that. So
right.
Looking at his kit, he has a medium chance to stun. Was it 30%? Okay, that's pretty good. His kit looks fairly decent. I'm sure it'll be great against Goku for the Easy A Prime battle. So yeah, overall it looks decent. It's just nothing. I haven't really played with him myself, so unfortunately.
Right.
Okay. Actually, this is a side question now that we're here. There have been 4 Kaioken Gokus. The AGL one, which I know Zenrot loves to death. The Tech one, and then this new free-to-play Strength one, and then hold on. How come there's 2? Why are there two physicals? Are they the same or are they different? Okay, one's the World Tournament card. I recognize that. Where's this one from?
That's the one that came out with Frieza, right?
Oh, yeah.
The one that came out that Frieza. Yep.
Okay, yeah, the better one. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
way better.
say, yeah. Well, I think the tech one's fairly good for what he has in his kit, because he's the only one that raises both attack and defense. Because
Right.
all the other ones just raise attack. But yeah, that physical one that came with the Frieza, that one's really, really good. Damn. Okay. Anyways, got off track there. Yeah, so those are the easy A's or easy areas. You got to do the one for Slug, right? You just have to.
Right.
Which I guess leads us to the LR Prime Battle Super Saiyan Goku Easy A. All right. So, Talon, why don't you just give us a quick overview of what we need to get it done?
Okay, so I made a guide on how to get all this stuff done. If you guys need to do like farming incredible gems and everything, you can go and check that out. But basically, what you're going to need is you're going to need 6 characters in order to take on the EZA event for the LR Goku. So I'm assuming it's just going to simply be a next stage added to it / a separate EZA event and wherever it is. But you're going to need these 6 characters. You're going to need Cooler AGL from the Baba Shop. So yeah, get to grinding those incredible gems if you haven't already. You're going to need the Int Full Power Frieza, who is from the OG Full Power Frieza event. I believe it's Z Hard is where you can farm him up. His drop rate is kind of garbage, not going to lie. Then you're going to need the STR free-to-play Zamas in Goku's Body, which is from the 5th year anniversary. So global players are going to be getting that very soon. The following card after that is going to be the free-to-play Tech Android 13, which requires 7 battlefield medals. So make sure you've got a little bit of battlefield currency, which I think most players have if they've been playing for a decent amount of time. Then the following card after that is going to be the Tech Slug. So a lot of tech characters in here. So he's the latest one who just got both an Awakening and an EZA. So make sure you have him. And then the final card was what was the final card? I'm blanking on him. I think he was another int character, wasn't he?
Yeah, let me look up on Twitter real quick. I know some people have been posting it, or at least tagging me. But yeah.
But yeah, regardless. So those are the 6 characters you have. You have to have them completely EZA'd, and you have to have them rainbowed. Okay, so if you have them no dupes, luckily they're all free to play cards. But if you have no dupes in any of them, you got to go farm those up, and you need to have them in SA15. So yeah, you need to make sure you have all those, and then obviously again, actually have them at Rainbow Star. You can't just simply have the dupes and not put any orbs into them. You need to put orbs into them. So
the Int Raditz, that's
what it was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the free to play Int Raditz. So Int Raditz and the Full Power Frieza are going to be your best cards because obviously the Goku is tech, at least he should be. And then Cooler's going to want to be your lead because Cooler is 2 key and 50% to all stats. The rest of these guys do not have a leader skill that is going to benefit everybody. So make sure you're running the AGL Cooler. Funny enough, because AGL versus tech is not going to go over so well. So be careful there. And that's all we really know as of right now. There will be missions that also give you stones, obviously, with the completion of this EZA event. So do keep that in mind right there. I don't know how many are, obviously. And we don't obviously know what the Goku's going to do yet. We haven't seen any kind of data download or anything posted on Twitter. Now, it is supposed to be 2,000 days, which I believe is like
July 22nd.
July what?
22nd.
22nd. Okay, so obviously this is not going to come right at the beginning when the Tanabata stuff all starts. We should be seeing that on Wednesday, actually. Wednesday is the 1st of July. So Japan time, we should see the normal Dokkan Fest banner come out, which we'll get into a little bit here because we kind of saw some leaks for that. And then on the 7th, we should see the Tanabata banner itself, which brings back the blue fusion cards. And then down the line on the 22nd, we should have the easy area event for the LR Goku. And I will say one last thing real quick. I know I've been saying a lot. If you are somebody who does not feel like farming so many incredible gems, like pretty much everyone, I think, the Purunga wishes will be returning for the Tanabata celebration. And one of those wishes is going to be getting 777 incredible gems. So if you are somebody who has cooler but no dupes like myself, then all you need to do is farm up 423 incredible gems from usually stages like 24-4 or 27-1 from the quest stages. And then you can take that wish and you can get 777, and that'll give you 1,200 in total. Or if you need to get all 5 copies of cooler, then you're going to need around 723, if I'm doing my math correctly, incredible gems from farming, and then do the wish for 777. 777. So yeah, there's all your information for the Easy A, preparing for the Easy A of the LR Prime Battle Goku.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for giving us the quick overview. Yeah. You know what this reminds? This reminds me of when they first announced LR Prime Battle Goku, and they're like, you need all the Super Strike cards, and of course you had to plan everything out, and everyone's scrambling last minute. So it kind of feels the same way, which means it might be challenging. Who knows? I have no idea.
Definitely could be. But with Frieza and Int Raditz, you can definitely get lucky on some rotations. And the only thing we usually with easy areas, you can't use items or anything. We don't know if there's any other limitations on what we can do. So
right. So yeah, this will be interesting because when they easy the Goku Black or Zamasu, it was just literally farm a stage, right? Just a normal story stage.
If I remember correctly, yeah. Okay. And see, the weird thing I found with that's different from the Goku is that when the Zamasu and Goku's body was originally shown as the LR, we all kind of looked at it and said, okay, he's pretty good and everything. And then his easy area wasn't boosted too terribly, compared to what we're usually used to with an easy area or an easy A. So it makes me wonder, is this LR, hopefully, obviously, because LR Goku's so old, he will get a major buff, obviously, compared to where it feels like they kind of just gave it to Zamasu because, if I remember correctly, like his leader skill only buffed up like 7% or something like that. And then that was about it. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen, though.
Yeah. I'm a little curious to see because there weren't restrictions on the Zamasu and Goku Black.
There were, but it wasn't very quote unquote restrictive because you could basically use a ton of the future cards. I mean, they allowed you to use everything from like the Easy A physical trunks to the new AGL trunks and Mai. All of those cards were basically be able to be used in his easy area stage. So,
the only thing to note
this one
about
is definitely a lot more limiting.
What to note about this LR Easy 8 thing is their stats don't actually change, right? It's just the super attack level.
What was it? The super attack, the passive, and the leader skill, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Because Goku's stats are actually not bad. He already has 20,500 attack, which is not bad.
Right.
His leader skill is gonna be probably not. I don't think they're gonna try and make him like a leader that you want to use, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting because we already have a really good LR Goku, but he's summonable.
Right.
What they could do with this guy is they could make him like very good in specific situations, like maybe versus because right now his passive is only activated when he's fighting one enemy.
Yeah.
So they could just make him like super super stupid, like when he's fighting one enemy, and that's it. Because currently the Spirit Bomb of Goku with the Super Saiyan LR. Like he specializes in Super Battle Road because that's like he's sealing, he's lowering attack, all that stuff, which you can do there. And the LR Goku, maybe for longer events, this is where you're going to want to use the tech one. They make him like super super good. Maybe he starts stacking attack on super attack. Maybe every single turn he gets like more defense or something. I don't know when you're fighting one enemy only. So I think that's a way they can make him relevant, even if you have the other summonable one.
Right. No, you're definitely right. We'll have to see if they keep that whole fighting against one opponent to maybe, again, make him more usable in a simply longer event. Even though the LR AGL Goku can still do very good in those particular events. And then probably won't be very good in Super Battle Road. But again, that's just an assumption. So we actually see the card, and who knows, maybe they can get rid completely of the needing to face a certain amount of enemies or something like that. Or they change it up a bit where if they say, okay, if you're fighting 2 or more or 2 or less, you do this. If you're fighting 2 or more, you do this. Who knows? It's hard to say what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like if they made him not super niche, but like niche enough to where he's going to be really like good against those maybe Infant Dragon Ball History stages or Legendary Goku event. So in those events, he'll be really good, and then the other Goku will just be better in like Super Battle Road. I think that would be good.
It could be, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm definitely interested to see what they do, though. Hopefully, Team B gets a hold of him and not Team A. So
yeah, because most of the events
say on that.
have only one enemy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. We'll find out in I guess a couple of weeks, right? At least 22nd. That's about 3 weeks.
So what's interesting about that is it's actually going to overlap with Tanabata because Tanabata is going to last until the end of July. So they're like literally the last day of July. And that 2000 day celebration, I think, is supposed to start on the 1st and then last through the 31st. And then, so that's the Tanabata. And then the 2000 day celebration is supposed to start on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So there's about like a week and 2 days of time, like where it's just going to be overlapping.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, gonna be interesting, that's for sure. I mean, this is the first LR outside of the Goku Black and Zama's body. Even though that really wasn't that big of a deal because that easy A, but this might be the first real big change because he definitely needs it, right? When did he come out?
100%
He came out 4 years ago, exactly.
2016.
Yeah.
Because he came out with Tanabata with Super Vegito because that was
Super Vegito and Broly banner.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Because that was the real first Tanabata celebration. Because prior to that, the game had only been out for like a month,
a year. Oh yeah, a month.
Sorry, like 4 months.
Yeah,
they didn't celebrate Tanabata back then. I don't believe they did. But yeah, that was the first.
I don't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't called Tanabata, but there's always been some kind of celebration
in July.
Yeah, everyone always referred to it as kind of like the 0.5 anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. The 0.5.
It's a halfway mark.
Even though it wasn't even halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it could be very simple. Like, just gotta farm a stage and get like 20 medals. Like that would seem fine. But because it's a prime battle card, I feel like they're gonna make us farm a shit ton of it. So that's why
I'm telling you, that's exactly what they're gonna do. And it's gonna be tough. I think they're gonna try and make this like the original grind because
prime battle.
God,
they're limiting you to. It's mimicking exactly what happened because back then you had to only use Super Strike characters. Those were the only characters you could use.
Right. Now,
okay, now you have to use these the Extreme Z area units. So they're probably just gonna make it the same sort of difficulty for these. I think that would be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, it's not like it's so impossibly hard. It was just, it was a grind.
It was a grind. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Now, okay, then this is a question. Crossover. Zenkai 7, like Legends Road grind or OG LR Prime Battle grind? Which is
Zenkai
worse?
7.
I think Zenkai 7, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not even comparable. It's just so much.
Yeah, because with Zenkais, you have to farm up the Zenkai power, then you had to throw the tickets in. True. And then you also had to farm up the souls. So
that was a pain. Yeah, I just remembered it took me a while to do the Goku one just because there's some of those battles you lost. Right?
Yeah,
just some of those fights.
Also, keep in mind that the Prime Battle events are constantly up, while the Zenkai ones are just like, okay, you have 2 weeks to do this. You better finish. Like, it's not coming back for months and months. So,
yeah, you got a good point. Definitely got a good point there. All right. Yeah. Any last words on the EZA Prime Battle Super Saiyan Goku, or can we move on?
Yeah. And the only thing I hope they don't give him like flat passives. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing ever.
I don't think they'll give him a flat passive because Zamos didn't have a flat passive. So
yeah, unless it's like an absurd number, like 100,000 or something, then it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's still gonna get flacked though because if you don't see that percent symbol, then
all that means is they don't scale as well.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Let's see. All right. I guess our next main big topic literally broke today. It's the potential leak of the Tanabata Dokkan Fest unit, which wasn't in V Jump, but Team Dokkaner kind of just said, "Hey, it's going to be LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, a combo card." At least that's what I assume it's interpreting it as. So go ham, guys. What do you think?
It's an LR, right?
Yes,
That's it.
Nolar.
Yeah. So go ham. Let us know what you think.
It's going to be insanely hype, right? I mean, this is something that people have wanted for a long time. We've always been like, oh, okay, this is the time they're going to do this or whatever. Because since we saw this in the anime, it was like, okay, yeah, this is eventually going to be a card in this game. But for me, like, obviously, I'm going to summon like crazy when it comes to global sometime later this year. But it seems to me that like every big celebration is just either Goku and Vegeta or a fusion. And they're so reluctant to not do that. That's why I actually kind of liked the Gotenks. Yeah. Like, okay, the only reason why I was giving them hate when they came out is because their
categories
information conditions are just so annoying.
Yeah.
So it was not the characters that annoyed me. It was the fact that they just made it super hard to transform with them. But I think the actual like concept of like, okay, yeah, we're actually going to give like other characters a chance to headline a major celebration. That was actually good. I like that a lot. But now we're back to Goku and Vegeta every celebration. We get the fusions coming out. Like New Year's was Majin Vegeta and transforming Goku. So I don't know. It's just I want to be excited for it. I wasn't like jumping out of my seat when I saw the news. I was just like, okay, yeah, this is to be expected, I guess.
All right. Yeah. Well, Talon, let's hear your thoughts on it.
So, I mean, God, I was trying to fall asleep last night and sleep very well. And all of a sudden, I just see this random post about how we're getting an LR, Goku, and Vegeta, basically. And I was like, okay. I mean, at least they're not going to be fighting for any spots in a team because for one, it's not Super Saiyan, it's Super Saiyan Blue. And, what was it? We'll have to see exactly what the name is because it was only until the STR Kaioken Blue Goku that Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku were the same. But regardless, we're going to see a Super Saiyan Blue Goku / Kaioken Goku, however they name it. And then it's probably just going to be Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta because Evolution Blue Vegeta has never been its own name yet.
Isn't the transforming one called Evolution?
No, I think it's still Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta.
When he transforms, is it still blue when he transforms?
I think it's still blue. I don't have my phone on me.
Let me double check here.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan God SS evolved Vegeta.
Oh, it does say evolved? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be the same. I think it's just going to be Super Saiyan God SS evolved Vegeta and Super Saiyan God SS Goku parentheses Kaioken.
Probably. It's gonna be a long name. I mean, kanji that's not too bad, but in
in English that might be something else.
In English, that's gonna be that'd be a long one.
Yeah. When I first heard it, I was very, very hyped because, of course, everyone's hyped about the moment. But I made a video and I was just like, the reason I'm super hyped about it is because they're obviously going to be joint forces lead. Because we need a Dokkan Fest joint forces lead. The only joint
probably.
That's what I said. Yeah. Okay. So quick thing about my theory back. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember. I ran to that too.
before we even got the figure for Gogeta for the 5th year anniversary. This is like right after the 4th anniversary. And I believe the character that introduced the joint forces category into the game was Yamcha. I think they put him into the game. I think that's when the category first was available.
It was Yamcha, yeah.
Yeah, and then a few months passed. I think we got LRK and Caulifla, and I think that was in April of 2019. And I was like, okay, so this is like our first actual sort of joint forces leader because they were 134 key. And my thought process was, okay, now that we have this, and the category was insane back then, all the dual LRs were in there. My thought process was, okay, yeah, for the 5th anniversary, we're probably going to end up getting like a true leader for this category, and it didn't happen. So, and actually, my thought process was it's probably gonna, if they do a leader for this category, it's probably gonna end up being either this Kaioken Blue Goku and Vegeta,
Evolution Vegeta, yeah.
or the Blue Goku and Vegeta from the Broly movie when they did like the Kamehameha Galacon.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember
So now these guys are finally coming out, and I'm like, I would be surprised if they were not the Joint Forces leader.
Yeah.
If you take a look at the category now, it's actually not like people always think that like that category is like super broken. It's actually not.
It's really
Like,
not. No.
If you compare it to something like Realm of Gods, like it's really
No, it's
not
not even
better than Realm of
competition.
Gods. Yeah. So I think at this point they can stop like being scared to release the leader for it and just do it. So that's why I think it's fine that they're the leader for it if that's what they want to do.
What was the last addition to Joint Forces?
I think it was Gohan and
Taking a look
Goten
right now.
a year
That's
ago.
been a year, right?
Been quite a while.
Last real like big
Combination. The last card added to it was the LR Bardock, the free to play one. The unit before
that's one
that
too.
was Bardock and Guinea. Oh no, wait, hang on. Deborah and Bobbity. That was the latest one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so like when you look at the category, yeah, it looks like on the surface it looks super busted, but it really isn't actually. Because a lot of these cards don't have decent synergy together. Like I think probably your best quote unquote synergy cards are probably your LR Vegito and LR Gogeta, the year 3 anniversary ones. But like, yeah, on the surface it looks powerful, just it's really not.
Yeah, so I think
we'll have to see what they do.
Yeah, that's why I was super hyped because we'll get an actual Joint Forces lead. And then the other possibility I was really hoping for, I don't know if they'll do it. It's basically a coin toss if they will. It's a Pure Saiyans lead. Because if they are the Pure Saiyans lead, then I could run Pure Saiyans consistently. I can't find any physical transforming Vegeta. It's not like I want to find him, but I want the lead for the category. I can't find any. So for me, I mean, again, your mileage may vary because of your rank, right? So I'm at rank 999. I just can't find one for the life of me. If you're at like rank 400 or 500, you probably could find a lot of like the Blue Evolution Vegeta and Physical Transforming Vegeta as leads, as friends, because that's that's a good sweet spot to be.
That's a good one, Nolar. That's a good one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just saying Pure Saiyans might be good. The other one I thought is a really small chance that they could be the lead for would be Worthy Rivals, because Piccolo's the lead for that. But how many Piccolo friends do you find, right? So if people pull this card and it's Worthy Rivals, I could run that Worthy Rivals team. So for me, it's just like I'm hyped because I could probably run some categories I can't find, and then of course Pure Saiyans is the biggest category that I can't find at the moment. So that's why I was super hyped for it.
We both know they're going to lead a new category.
Oh god,
yeah, I know. I just don't know what.
It's going to be Joint Forces and then something stupid like maybe it's like limit breaking Saiyans or something. I don't know. It's probably
never give up.
I could see it being like a Super Saiyan Blue category. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Because they'll be in what? They'll be in God, Realm of Gods, right?
Yeah. I think this is actually going to be a pretty nice buff to Universe 7 too, because you are going to run. I mean, this is assuming you're running double Kaioken Goku. You have one rotation with him and UI Goku, and now, I mean, obviously this guy's going to link super well with the one that's coming out soon. So those could be good rotations. And it's going to make Kaioken Goku a lot better too, because now you have more options for a Spirit Bomb to get launched on Realm of Gods too. You can throw them on there, so I think it's pretty good. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm disappointed for the unit to release because I don't think the unit's gonna be good. I would prefer if they started focusing on less represented characters for big celebrations, but probably not gonna happen.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. It's just, let's be real here. They need stuff to sell, and this is gonna sell if this is actually gonna come, right? So,
yeah, and something else to talk about if you guys want to speculate is last year we got Gohan and Goten and then the Broly for the Legendary Summon Banner. So do you think we're going to get a Legendary Summon Banner this year too, or?
When Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku came out 2 years ago, was there a Legendary Summon banner after?
I don't.
Not that I remember. No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, because I don't think we will. Because last year it was the Broly, but that's kind of because Global got it first, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, but it was still tied like to the celebration, though, right? It was part 2.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way for me. Coin flip of we get one or we don't. Personally, I
Yeah.
don't think we need one. But if it is them, then who would it be? That's the question I'm gonna throw out
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm trying to figure out too. I mean, I guess it could be like maybe a non-full power Jiren, because at this point the Dokkan Festival 1 doesn't really see much use. It could be a Golden Frieza, maybe like a transforming one, unless they want to do a Dokkan Fest version of him. I don't know. Like,
Have they ever done it? Have they ever done a transforming normal LR?
yeah,
Broly, Tech Broly.
Oh, Tech Broly. Okay, he's the only one though, right?
Off the top of my head, I want to say so.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what was interesting about him because I never thought they would give like a transformation plus active skill to just a regular LR. I thought they would never like make that singularly for Dokkan Fest LRs, but lo and behold, Broly did it all. So technically, they set the precedent. If they bring a full power Jiren, then they'll obviously make a transformation, or potentially, or he might just stay as full power from the get go, and then an active skill and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah. What? Okay, so that scene though with Blue Evolution Vegeta and Kaioken Goku, who were they fighting? I can't remember.
It was
Jiren.
Jiren. Yeah.
It was Jiren.
And then I saw somebody actually throw this idea out on Twitter earlier, which I really liked actually. It was a part 2 Legendary Summon banner for a transforming Topo.
Oh, that works.
Oh yeah,
That
we
would
could
work.
definitely see something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we need a new Topo. He's literally a regular banner unit. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus, no one
Get that-
uses normal Topo. You could still have normal Topo as the card name
Yep.
because
Yep.
everyone uses the
God
TUR,
Topo.
which is the God Topo. So,
would there? I'm just thinking if there's so if Blue Kaioken and Evolution Vegeta are joint forces leads, I mean, it would make sense that the second part LR is a joint forces card. What kind of joint forces card could we get? Like Pride Troopers?
We could finally get Dr. Pepperoni on Uraza. I don't know.
oh my god.
That technically would be joint forces. He just fuses.
That's true. He just fuses. Yeah.
You could do LR Universe 2 girls.
Yeah. I was
God.
just gonna throw that out there. Oh my god.
You think anybody would decide?
I wouldn't.
Oh no.
What if
Oh.
the only way they could make people summon if they did that was if they made them like a true Peppy Gals leader? Because we still don't have one.
We don't have a Dokkan Fest
What
Peppy
if
Gals
it's
league. That's true.
170 4 key across the board for Peppy Gals?
Oh my god.
That would be crazy.
That team would be pretty
insane.
good. That team would be very good. It has the units. It just
Hey.
needs the leader.
That could happen. That could happen.
Oh my god. Could you imagine how Twitter would feel?
That would literally that might be like the best team in the game if they did that. It would be insane because they have like Chi Chi's giving like 120% defense to everybody, and then they have the stupid broken Ribrian one.
Oh my god.
On there, Larcano Khalifa also is on there. Like honestly, like that team would probably be the best team in the game.
Wait, here's like a random question. Why is Berserk Kale not in Peppy Gals?
Not peppy enough.
That's the only reason I can think of because I was like, oh, I'm gonna run Berserk Kale on Peppy Gals, and then I just looked at the team. I'm like, wait,
this Super Saiyan. That makes no sense. Her and Broly are not on Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever, man. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, the guys, that's I don't know. Part 2 would be interesting. again, it's a coin flip if whether they're going to give us an LR, because last year they did, but I think it's because Global had got it, and it would fit thematically. It made sense. Again, Akatsuki does shit that doesn't make sense sometimes, so that surprised me. Here, I mean, they could throw up another TOP like random LR, or they could throw us just another random LR, just not even related to TOP and Blue Cow Goku and Evolution Vegeta. But God Topa would be interesting. Whoever said that, and then God, the internet would burn if it was a Peppy Gal's like Universe 2 LR.
I mean, I would actually like that.
Well, we do need an actual Peppy Gal's lead. Like, I definitely agree with that. But whether or not we're gonna get one from a Dokkan, from an LR like Universe 2 girls, that's a whole other question. All right,
It'd be a good poll question.
yeah, I know. Is there anything else for JP? I guess that's kind of it, right? We're just still waiting on Tanabata stuff, so
We should be seeing, I'm assuming, a card Twitter reveal tonight, maybe today. I'm not really sure. It's hard to say. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it today because it's Sunday already here in Japan and it's the 28th currently. So Monday, Tuesday is the 30th, and then the first is Wednesday. So I could potentially see it today.
Set my alarm 4 a.m. Yeah.
But again, I don't know though. You could wake up and there could be nothing, right? I mean,
yeah, that's happened before.
Who knows? So
yeah. Alrighty. I guess then we can take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I could take a break, or I can pull up questions whenever y'all are ready.
Give us a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go grab a drink. So everyone, take a few minutes, and whatever the hour is, 05, and then we'll be back and we'll just take some questions. So be right back, guys.
Yeah, y'all take a quick 5. I'm gonna sit here and just keep grinding out this event, keep everyone entertained.
There you go.
Get some chrono crystals and not get a good pull here. Lord have mercy. How y'all doing in the chat right now? Get all that great Dokkan info for everybody. I was trying to play the dinosaur game a little bit, but my connection to Steam isn't that good, and I keep dropping frames for some reason too. I guess my internet's just not so hot tonight. What's up, Brad? Nasdorachi. Good old YouTube closed captions. Hell, I will tell Goresh that Myrna says hello whenever everyone gets back from their break. Brad, why aren't you in chat? You've been taking a break this whole time. You can keep me company while they're on break. What's up, DBZ Timmy? Your dog pissed on your leg? That's unfortunate, my friend. Now it's awkward because I'm just in here by myself talking to everybody. How y'all doing? I wish the dinosaur game worked, but unfortunately, you just get to watch me play some mobile games. What's going on, Ali? How are you doing this evening? The event is gated till the 29th. Yeah, I get some of the lead-up chrono crystals. I only need 700 to do the first step on the future banner. I got like 140 right now, so that 500 will come in clutch. See, I dropped another frame. I don't know why. I guess I could just rise and rush, get the daily mission. Yeah, we just do that. Just do that. Legends is Legends. You know, it's not bad. Could be better. Could be worse. You know, always got to look at the glass half full type mentality, right? Spider is called Spider. Spy Threader. It sounds like computer parts. Oh, so much nonsense to click through. Dr. Disrespect just released a tweet. Uh-oh, I want to see. I want to see. I wonder if my internet connection will support. Okay, and now everything looks like it's working fine.
Alrighty, I'm back. Everyone else here yet?
I've been here the whole time. Apparently, Dr. Disrespect just released a tweet, so I want to read what this says.
Oh yeah, what happened? Like, what is the actual reason you got
2
permaban?
minutes ago, Dr. Disrespect Champions Club. Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all for the support during this difficult time. Dr. Disrespect. So he's got to know something, but he doesn't know why Twitch banned him. For anyone wondering, look at my super tiny window right here. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, it's so small. So, yay for trending drama on the internet. Hell, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was pretty good. I haven't finished it yet. I'm in Chapter 14. I would have liked it a little bit more if they had just waited and released the whole game in one giant game so I could sit down and enjoy the whole thing. But, understandably, it's not going to happen that way. I appreciate that, your donations, by the way. I'm looking forward to the Avengers game the most. I know some people are unhappy that they went with original character designs. I could care less after having watched all the cartoons, read comics, seen the MCU. I've seen Nick Fury be both white and black and animated and real and Samuel L. Jackson. I don't really care what he looks like, to be honest with you. I don't care what any of them look like.
Is a separate category than real.
Yeah, exactly. So, Avengers game, Cyberpunk 2077 are my two biggest, looking forward to experiences for sure.
Oh man. Wait, you have a console? Yeah, of course you have a PS4, right?
Yeah, I have a 360, a PS4, and the PC. I will most likely be getting the Avengers on PC just for ease of content. Yeah, ease of content creation. Yeah, so if you wanna start being YouTubers for that game, if the game's good, it seems like it's gonna have one of those endless content loops the way that they're setting it up. So that could be ripe for content creation. I know that makes it a little more of a job than straight up fun, but whatever. It could be neat.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is, as far as I understand it, I don't think they're charging for DLC in terms of content. I think it's mostly cosmetic microtransactions, as far as I know.
Cosmetics and probably gear too. They'll probably sell some type of stuff that.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to pay. At least this is my understanding. Is you don't have to pay for
new
extra content when they release it.
New characters and new story DLC should all be free. I think they said.
Yeah, so which is fine. That's a perfectly fine model to me. I mean, if I want to make something blue, charge me $2 for it. Sure.
Someone asked in chat, did I summon on the PyCon banner? No, just besides the 4 days worth of dailies. That's about it. Yeah, I want to get a PS5. I don't know if I'm going to get it straight out the gate. My computer's so nice. It's and every game is coming out on most everything, but they will be those exclusives. And Sony usually gets some pretty good exclusives these days. So there's going to be Final Fantasy VII will come out Part 2, and it'll be a year exclusive on PS5. So I'm going to have one at some point. All these energy tickets. I'm full up.
All right, is Tallen back?
Yeah, I was supposed to say, do you want to start the questions?
I have Twitter pulled up. I don't know if you do or not, but
you got any of the super chats first? I just want to make sure we get to those.
There weren't too many straight up questions. Someone said, Goresh, tell you that Myrna says hello. I don't know what that means. The significance of that.
Oh man.
That
is.
Why wasn't Kefla 170% to the camel toe category?
That category needs a buff, I think.
Yeah.
Camel toe, definitely. Also, screw Vegito Blue and Zamasu. He started PvP in Legends, and he doesn't enjoy playing against them. I agree, but sub out Zamasu for Kefla. She's way worse. Than
Blue. Welcome to everyone else's thoughts in the game right now.
They bend the rules of the game to the point where it's pretty much broken when you pair them both together. It's pretty ridiculous. How good do you think Zenkai DBS Purple Broly will be? I think he would be really good, and I hope they add him. I think he'd be a lot more relevant than this Red Trunks, if for no other reason than he has color immunity for a little bit when he swaps in twice. mean, they Zenkai and they'll probably up that to like 3 times or something. Like, I don't know. So I think
Dude, they're just gonna Zenkai any red unit for the next little while, so all the Vegito Blue people could be happy.
I think that was all the donation questions, but there might have been some ones that scrolled back further out that I didn't see, but I kind of typed in chat and responded to everybody. Where is...
There's Brad in the chat.
Yeah, I saw him commenting in there. So I have Twitter pulled up if you need me to ask the questions. I don't know if you're looking at it as well, Nolar. My knowledge on Dokkan is somewhat limited, but I can at least narrate some questions.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and let us know. I'm just eating snacks as we are.
So the first one that pops up is, where's the 55th ticket? And then a laugh react. So I guess that might be a joke. No.
Yeah. Answer that one.
Okay. No. Why do Dokkan and Legends put out the same stuff at once, like with Cooler Gotenks and now Kaioken Goku? Because they work behind the scenes, I would assume, and they probably like commission the artist to like, all right, we need you to draw one version of Kaioken Goku for us and one for Legends, and he just gets all the work done at the same time or something. I don't know.
Because it was mandated from
Mondai or
Toei.
Toei.
Like, okay, you know what? This is a good time to promote this character. Go ahead and release this character now. And then both games are like, okay, now we have to figure out what we want to do. And that's why in V-Jump 2, a lot of the times you see the same characters being teased for both games.
That makes a lot of sense, that there's some method to the madness.
Yeah, I mean, Nas, you would know if with like Marvel Puzzle Quest, same thing with every terms of game of service, like Marvel, Contest of Champions, Puzzle Quest, all those games. When, of course, you have something like the MCU movies drop, they all update. And throw out the same.
Sure.
So it's also a marketing scheme, at least from Marvel's point of view, because it's like, hey, get to play the game, and then go watch the movie, and then go read the comics. Just a really good integrated system that they have there. Now, it'd be cool if we had a fucking anime to watch, right? So
yeah, that's where it gets a little Wild Westy, because with the MCU movies, like, yeah, of course, when like Infinity War drops, they're gonna drop like Thanos and Captain America and whatever else. But when there's nothing going on to reference, that's when it's like a little bit more like, okay, this is kind of coming out of nowhere. But they still obviously have some sort of release schedule cooked up to carry through all this.
Yeah, and that's why I think right now, Bandai or Toei, whoever, they're using Legends and Dokkan as, tying them together on a roadmap. Like, all right, we're gonna release Kefla now, so everyone go get Kefla, put them in the game somehow, and whatever release cadence they have, that's how they do it. So.
Yeah, I agree. There's some planning going on. Do you think they will ever do anything with Ultimate Speed Battle? Which I have no idea what that is.
That's on global. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, first of all, I think it's on global right now. I think the reason they even added that is because they had that JP event. Like this is many years ago at this point.
Wasn't that years ago in Tokyo where they had that little race thing or whatever?
Yeah. This was many years ago, and it was like a live event. And the reason why I think they added that event on global is because we didn't have anything like that. So they were like, okay, you guys can just have this event.
Yeah.
So it came to JP then for like a week.
Because global actually got that ability to see your clear time before JP did.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah, that's why they got that, because they got that speed battle event first. Oh, well, they got the speed battle event, and then JP had that real life event.
What type do you think the new Tantabata LR needs the most? What type needs the new Tantabata LR the most?
Physical.
Super physical.
Physical.
Yeah, I think we all are in agreement in that one.
Not strength.
I mean, this is the year of super strength, so it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they were strength. Oh my god. Can you imagine?
Or AGL.
Oh
honestly,
my
if they were
god.
strength, that'd actually be really good, because Then you could run them with the Kaioken Blue Goku, the Dokkan Fest one, and you could use
And the UI and the Spirit Bomb. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but to be honest, the one that really needs the most is super physical. So, although super int wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah. Int and physical are the ones that need it the most.
What does Tantabata mean? Is that just like a certain like annual celebration or something?
Yeah, it's a holiday
Yeah,
in Japan.
it's a celebration every July.
Okay.
So
That's what I figured.
All right.
Do you think they will release more exchange unit? I'm not sure if there's a typo or not, but it says DFs in the future. If so,
Dokkan Fest. Yeah.
Yep.
Exchange Dokkan Fest. So basically like what Boo was like.
Oh, okay.
That's the last one, yeah.
And if so, which characters do you think could earn one besides Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, because they're obvious?
The PyCon one with Gogeta, right?
There's the PyCon with Gogeta. There is, I mean, there's honestly a ton of them. There really is. I mean, there's even.
But the other big one was the Vegeta Nappa one, which we already got.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
one.
but it wasn't a DF, so. But it was an LR, so there's that.
That could have been a Dokkan Fest exclusive.
It could have been, yeah.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of weird. Like people don't like Nappa, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Side question. Oh wait, let me get this done. So Nappa came out with Vegeta. When was that? It wasn't tied. I forgot when that was. On JP.
On JP, it was when we had LR Krillin. It was back in April.
After Kaioken Blue Goku, yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't. They weren't tied to a. I mean, thematically, it wasn't tied to Kaioken Blue Goku. Just out of the blue, we got a Nappa, and we're like, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with LR God Goku when he dropped in November last year, or whenever that was. It just dropped out of the blue. But then when we got physical Beerus, we're like, okay, so on global it went, that would have made more sense if it was physical Beerus and then LR God Goku came by. So that makes me think that there is a definite like grade A Vegeta or Kaioken Goku like dual Dokkan Fest, something along like the Saiyan Saga. Dokkan Fest is coming at some point because I feels like they're tied together. Or am I going crazy?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, it could have been possible at the time that they didn't have, they didn't have Beerus planned yet, and they just were like, okay, yeah, we want to release a God Goku, so we'll just throw him out here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It was weird though.
Takatsuki, what do you expect?
We were all puzzled by that.
Puzzled by the fact they dropped him, or Inhuman Deeds.
We don't. It's the meme. We don't do that here.
we don't talk about that atrocity.
All right. Next question, Oz.
The next one was, since LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku are leak units, what units are getting Dokkan awakened with the LRs? I guess,
New unit, right?
Since those two units are the LR leaks, what other units do you think are getting Dokkan awakenings to complement them?
From their medals.
You're talking about the free-to-play units?
No, he's saying like SS the LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Blue Evolution Vegeta is gonna get a Dokkan Fest like event that you gotta farm the medals.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna awaken from those medals?
Oh, I think it's just gonna be whoever the other new unit is, right? Because there's probably gonna be a new unit on that banner with them.
Which unit would that be? Well, I agree with you, but I'm just trying to think what kind of unit would they drop.
Go on.
What would be cool if they dropped a Roshi?
Yeah, that would be.
I'm trying to think what else would be good. Okay, so let's say that's a new unit, but would any other units like that we have currently go awaken from that potentially?
Let me pull it up.
Yeah,
maybe like the I don't know if this unit does this unit even awaken? The Turn of Power Android 18.
Which one are you talking about here?
The tech one, the one in the jumpsuit.
She's just an SSR, right?
I think so.
No. Hold on. Didn't she awaken from? No, she
Oh
awoke.
no, she does awaken. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she's 120 level 1. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other TOP units?
No, they all awaken. I'm looking right now.
I can't find any.
Because the only one that was missing was Skinny Boo, and he now awakens.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dispo?
I mean, it's like 100% gonna be no Dispo awakens. This is 100% gonna be a situation where we get a new unit or nothing at all. And I
Yeah.
expect a secondary banner unit on here for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
What they could do though is for the free to play units, like I know that we have this 17 and 18 that are free to play from like one of the story events. They could Dokkan those guys because they don't have a Dokkan awakening yet.
That is true.
But I think that's it. I mean, we also have the SR Ultimate Gohan. I don't know if they would even bother awakening him.
Let me take a look at him. Yeah, we need a support unit for U7, at least in my opinion. So
someone in the YouTube chat says there's an AGL tracksuit 18 that is free to play and hasn't awoken yet.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
okay.
That's from the story event.
yeah.
That's an old card.
Her on the 17.
Yeah, her in the 17. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we
Double.
wanted to get like a support, I guess like a because we don't. Okay, think about this. We don't have a Krillin, a Tien, or a Master Roshi from the Tournament of Power.
TOP. Yeah.
And the only
That
Ultimate
could
Gohan
be
we
a
have
combo
is the
card.
SR.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be a combo card.
Amazing.
The reason that would be good is because one to be under the. We're making the assumption that they're joint forces, more than likely. The one they'll be under that lead, and then what? And so they could be with LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Evolution Vegeta.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone in the chat says they can double awaken the UI signed Goku.
Oh, the physical one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because he's just an SSR right now, right?
He's an SSR that's used to farm the ints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he does have a support USS category key 3. I mean, just key 3, but if they awaken him. Although that would suck because then he has the same name as
yeah,
both
the LR and the Int one.
Yeah, so I don't know. That would be interesting. That would be an interesting move.
It's gonna be Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. Very banner unit.
Oh my god. Oh man, can you imagine? What isn't that could be like a Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo, right?
Yeah,
Combo
well,
card.
that's an LR, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Earthlings or Universe 7, 150%. I don't know what that means.
Earthlings, yeah. I mean, because because if we got a Tien and a Roshi and a Krillin from the TOP, they would all be in the same category. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Good thing. And who came in? All right, Brad's here.
Oh, sorry, I had a small fire. My bad.
You're always fashionably late, bro. It's to be expected.
Dude, literally the second you guys were like, all right, cool, we're gonna wrap it up, move on to Legends, and I was like, bro, wait, hold on. And there was like a burner that caught on fire. So
Would you like knock your hookah over?
No, the stupid Walmart burners always catch on fire. That's how they die. They like the coils break and then like sparks start shooting out of it. It's like, well, this one's done. Every single time. So.
Are you talking about like part of your stove, or are you talking about like a electronic?
No, little portable burners is what we use, so we don't have to walk down to the kitchen all the way down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And they always like. Anyways, go ahead. You're good.
Let's do like a couple more questions and then we'll call it. And move
Yeah,
on.
that's actually.
Oh, you guys didn't even move on yet. Nice, cool.
We're near the bottom of the list for Dokkan questions. The next one is, what do you guys think the theme should be for the next download celebration?
Haven't people been contemplating on GT probably?
I mean, we haven't had a GT in a while, so like it wouldn't surprise me if they dropped it there. Also, wouldn't surprise me if they just kept leaving it till 6th year. But let's see. If it's not GT,
Be Blue
either is
Saga.
it. Yeah, it could finish off the Boo saga. It could be a Saiyan saga. Like I said, the Kaioken Goku, Graded Vegeta. It could be a Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't know how many people would want that, but it could be a Dragon Ball saga.
Does the Tanabata celebration overshadow Global's 5-year anniversary in any type of meaningful way?
No, I mean they're not. I mean, what are we getting on Tanabata? We're just getting the banner that has 50 million featured units.
Yeah.
The blue Vegeta and Goku banner, and then Purunga and the wish strips. That's all we know about. I don't think that's even close to the anniversary.
Yeah. No, it's not. Doesn't touch the anniversary. No way. Yeah.
All right. Continuing forward. What featured units do you think the 350 million download celebration will have? And if that's too much a crystal ball question, that's probably like, oh, it could be anyone.
Well, it depends on what the celebration is, right? So, okay, let's throw it out there. Let's say it's the Saiyan saga. Kaioken Goku, and then Graded Vegeta. What else do we see on the banners?
Don't ask me because I'm not. That's a rhetorical question, I'm assuming.
Yajirobe.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. That's really not a bad one.
Someone said Yajirobe in the chat earlier, but I assumed that they were just joking.
I mean, he did play a big role in that saga, right?
He did.
Well, not a big role, but an important role.
What type do you think LRs, the two new LRs, the Goku, Kaioken, and Vegeta will be?
Physical. We just said this
Yeah,
already.
we already answered that. It's
All right,
physical.
skip that. That's Legends. Do you think that these two new cards, the ones that I just asked you about, will have any new summon animations to come along with them? Like the blue Goku, like blue Super Saiyan God Goku animation or something like that.
All right.
You mean the animation that's been in the files for like a year? No, more.
Yeah.
2 years. No.
I think Blue Goku could just be guaranteed featured. I mean, but then it would be the new feature. It would just be like Whis Goku Black Rift. But it could be like
5 or more stars.
Yeah, it could be that.
Like
Oh,
after
God.
God, after God, he goes blue.
One of them includes an LR, or just three
Just
or
five,
more.
just 5 stars. That would be super rare, right? You would hardly ever.
Oh
see
yeah. Yeah, even if you got 5 or more SSRs, doesn't mean you actually see that animation in particular. It could just still be a god animation, right?
Yep.
Is that just like the progression of the animations, like how back in the day he would go Super Saiyan 1, then 2, then 3 if you were really lucky?
Yep.
Yeah, and now he goes God. That means you get 3 or more SSRs, and then if he goes, and then what we're suggesting is he goes blue, which means 5 or more.
You skipped 4 or more though, didn't you? Or is there already something for that?
There's no 4.
No, we're just speculating what it could be. Like, oh, it could be 3 and 5. So it's super rare because that's half your multi, right?
Yeah.
That's more than half your
That would
multi.
be like the one you see on the double rates banner, right?
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
For Dokkan,
Any more?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, there's a few more. Do you think in the future we might get another transformation unit like Trunks from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 Rage, Spirit Bomb Sword, or the way the cell transforms all the way up, something like that?
Oh, like a long transformation sequence or something like that?
Yeah, I guess one that would roll out over multiple turns or stages.
So probably thinking transforming Goku, transforming Frieza, transforming Vegeta, that type of stuff. It sounds like.
Yeah, I think we're done with that. At least personally,
hopefully we're done with that. Yeah, I personally don't
You know
want
what
that.
I'd actually like to see? They could do like, I don't know if this would technically count, but they could do a hit who every turn he transforms into a different stance. That's what he did in the fight that they had.
Yeah.
Like every single like I guess round they had with Goku, like he went into a different stance because he was like improving. They could do that where it's like the card art changes every turn and he just gets like a better passive. But his name is also
Good.
the same, right?
They could, yeah.
Well, yeah. And if it's hit, it would just invalidate the tech hit even more. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Is anybody gonna care?
They had no problem doing that with STR, so I mean.
Exactly.
Or physical Bardock.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, physical Bardock is basically pointless right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the blue Goku that awakened from the OG Kaioken Blue Goku event EZA will end up being one of the best EZA replacing Kaioken Blue Goku once again? That was like a mouthful.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, I think he's gonna say. I think he's saying that original AGL, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, not the Kaioken version, just the regular Blue Goku.
Oh,
When he gets his EZA, he's gonna be better than the.
Oh yeah.
He could. I don't know. That's what they do to him.
I would say no, and the only reason why is because back then the only reason why he was better was because he had a percentage passive, whereas the Kaioken Blue had a flat passive.
Yeah.
Plus the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the AGL one, he greatly raises attack. I mean, especially when they changed the whole 10 turn thing, how it's like 10 turns that he's on the field, not 10 turns in terms of the
fight itself.
the fight itself. You know, that really helps him out. So unless this original AGL Blue Goku gets like, you know, stacking or something like that, or greatly raises for 3 turns, let's say, and you know, his initial passive is like 130 and something like that, I personally could see that, but otherwise, probably not.
I mean, what they could do is that
it'd be really funny if it happened.
I mean, yeah, just it happened again, guys. It happened again. I think what they could do is make the AGL Blue Goku defensive. Like he just stacks defense the entire time, while the other one stacks offense. So it's like, what do you need more? You pick one or the other, kind of thing, right? So that's what I think they could do with it, and not invalidate one over the other. It's just, here are your options. Just pick one or the other.
Yeah, very true.
Do you think S rank potential system buffs will ever return? The 7 to 6K buff to stats one.
No, because that was originally implemented to make the older units have a chance of being like as good. Because that was way before EZAs came out.
Yeah.
That was the only reason why they did that. It was like a way to catch them up a little.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever come back.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those in a long time, so I don't think so.
What with the addition to equipment slots too that give stat buffs? No, I don't think we'll ever see that again.
I think we're getting close to the end. It's all legends. What are... Oh, no. We already covered that. What... No, that's too general of a question. Who do you think will get the first EZA from the Neo Gods, the 120% leads?
Oh.
This is the second to last question. There's only one more after this.
Yeah. We're just laughing because there's this one obvious answer that needs it, but is he going to be the one that gets it?
Cooler, right? Everyone knows. Everyone is.
Yeah, clearly, because Cooler's the best right now, so he clearly needs it.
They're just going to go in the order that they released in.
And then he's going to be the last one.
Goku and Vegeta.
How long that would take?
I mean, hey, that means Cooler would be third. I'll take it.
Yeah. Dude, out of all the... Okay, are we on agreement that Cooler is the one that has aged the best out of all of them?
Yeah, Cooler's the best. Vegeta's the second.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no competition.
Besides Broly, who else? Who's like 9th on the list?
Maybe Kid Buu.
I say Kid Buu, yeah.
Super 17.
I say Kid Buu because 17 at least has mitigating damage. So
yeah, I don't think 17 is that bad. He needs an EZA for sure, but he's not as bad as.
He's not terrible.
He just can't.
He's not terrible. No.
Who can't super at all? So.
Yeah.
I mean, Kid Buu could be interesting.
I could. Yeah. I mean, as long as they just have to give him key. Basically, is what they have to do.
Some defense, some key. Yeah, that's really it.
That's basically it. That's basically about
How
it.
much does he heal on the super?
12% right now.
12?
I think it's 12%.
Okay, if it's 12 now, easy, I could see it be like 15, 18.
15%. Damn, that'd be. I mean, the physical super boo heals 18%
Yeah, it's
on
18.
super attacks, and
You could just run a
probably 15, and then something else also. Maybe like raise his defense. I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure when Kid Buu gets it, because you could run a whole Buu team that just heals. And,
Yeah. I mean, the only problem is he ever going to be more useful than just the physical one?
that's the thing. They have to make him. Again, it's probably gonna be one of those situation things where, should you run the physical support or should you run the full out attack? Maybe have some defense into Kid Buu. But I mean, this is physical Kid Buu with that when he got his EZA. I mean, 30% no matter what, and 50% if above 80% HP. That's huge, and he gives key on his passive. So.
Okay, instead of giving him defense, here's what I mean, they'll give him some defense, obviously, but instead of making him a huge defensive character, I can imagine them like every time you take a hit, heal 3% of your HP. So you put him in the first slot, and he gets hit like 7 times, but he heals back 21% of his HP there, something along those lines, and then he heals off of his super. It's like the concept of an undying kind of unit. I think that's kind of cool to me, because that would totally differentiate him from the support Kid Buu. You know what I mean?
I don't know if this is relevant or not, but someone added me in the chat and said Fenyo tweeted a drawing of base DBZ Broly. Could that possibly be giving signs that Super Saiyan 3 Broly is
drawing
first? Eats 20% EZA. I don't know who Fenyo is. He's worked for the game or something.
He does the art for Legends and Dokkan.
He's commissioned for that. So
this is like the whole meme with him doing like posting stuff. No, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Like, I'm sure sometimes maybe it could, and then other times it doesn't. So you'll never know when it actually matters or when it doesn't. Like,
wait, what was the biggest one that he drew that we all went crazy for? Recent? Was it recent? It was like within the year. He did one, and we're all like, "Oh my!"
The Vegeta, was it Vegeta Blue and Gogeta Blue? Yeah.
Yeah. So to your point, Nas, it's like he did that right when 5th year was about to start for JP, and we were all crazy. We're like, yeah, it's got to be Gogeta Blue, Vegeta Blue, and it was. But then he always throws out a couple drawings just to kind of not necessarily screw with us, but we all interpreted like, what does that mean?
It's just
what is that?
You never know if it's his personal art or something he's being commissioned for, basically.
Right. So we're just like, shit, I have no idea. This is like it's time to record a video. Like we're gonna speculate now, guys. So.
Awesome. And
you said there's one more left, right?
One more, which I'm not sure if we've answered or not, because it's kind of a little convoluted, but it sounds similar. But based off of the Dokkaneers hints, do you guys think the TOP units that will get the Awakenings will be all of the Dokkan event TOP drop cards, like Angel Frieza and Tech Jiren? Or will it be the free-to-play cards like AGL, SR, Ultimate Gohan, Urine, and Int 17?
That's a good question.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Based off of Dokkaneers' hints, do you guys think the TOP units that'll get Awakenings will be all of the Dokkan event TOP drop cards like Angel Frieza and Tech Jiren, or will it be the free-to-play cards like AGL, SR, Ultimate Gohan, Urine, and Int 17?
Urine. I think it's probably more likely to be like the 17 and 18. But they could also Dokkan Awaken the Frieza too. That's
so fine. It might not be like an either or. Maybe they'll mix and match some from multiple.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible just to tell based off what he said.
Well, that was. Oh, good.
No, I was gonna say it's just going off a little bit of a tangent. When was the last Dokkan Fest event that dropped a free to play unit?
Probably Jiren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I think he was the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But he doesn't awaken, right?
Yeah, he's just a Tech Jiren.
Tech. Okay. All right. I'm just wondering why they stopped that. But whatever.
The final Dokkan question. So,
It was probably because they had 0 way to raise his super attack. But I don't know, because there's other cards that do that too, and they don't release free versions of them, so it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess back then, Kais are still plentiful. Like the first year, every Dokkan Fest event had a droppable card, or free to play card, and you could use it to farm the super attack of the Dokkan Fest you pulled because Kais were so rare. But now Kais are so every month there's at least 2 Kai banners, right? So
there's
I
high
don't.
banners, and then there's lots of ways to get them.
Maybe that's why they stopped doing it, because they're like, oh, they don't need this to raise the super attack, and the cards weren't great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. All right, well, okay. Guess that wraps up Dokkan, right?
That was the final Dokkan question. So if y'all are done with that, then I guess it's over with.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Dokkan. Time for a little bit of a break, a couple minutes, and then we'll get started with Legends. See if we can grab. Ray Union's not gonna be here. I don't know if we can grab Bebop, but if we can grab those guys, we'll toss them in here, and then we'll get started with Legends in a little bit.
Sweet.
Yeah. We have that over there. Separate that.
I'm gonna grab another drink.
Thirsty boy, you're thirsty. Don't worry, Chad. I'll keep y'all company. I don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. Not on this Saturday evening. Oh man.
I'm here, so it's chill.
What's up, Brad? What have you been up to this fine evening?
I made like 6 videos today. I've been dying of heat stroke because I don't have air conditioning.
Why do you not have air conditioning? Is it broken, or you just physically your house doesn't have it?
Yeah, well, we only need it like 2 months a year, so it's like they just never install it in the apartments up here.
I thought, don't you live in Arizona?
Yeah, but I mean, we live in like 8,500 feet, so like 10 months of the year it's like 8 degrees, and then right now it's like 90 degrees. So just these 2 months suck ass. I have it downstairs, but to get one upstairs, I have to get it installed on the side of my roof to support it out the window and shit. And it's just like,
Wait, how hot is it right now?
it's like 90.
What's the humidity?
It's not bad up here. We're really just straight up dry heat.
Oh, dude, I'd take that over humidity. Oh, we had a
Dude.
huge wave out here. Oh, it sucks.
My sister lives in Texas, like 100%. I hate going to visit her when it's like 100 degrees and 100% humidity, and it's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought I escaped the humidity from having to visit my grandparents who live in Florida, but then when I moved to Tokyo, especially moving to Tokyo, I'm just like, oh god, these heat waves. Ugh.
Florida is probably worse than Tokyo, honestly.
It is, but the humidity, I would say the humidity level is the same, but Florida gets higher heat than
Florida
Tokyo.
is brutal in the summer.
It is. The only time you don't care is if you're a little kid going to Disney World. So
Yeah.
Live on the beach.
dude, I don't know. I mean, I went to Disney World and like, oh my god, I hated my life at like midnight. We were driving home. We hit all 4 parks in like one day.
Oh god.
Waiting on the 2-minute long rides line for like 4 hours
Oh god.
in the middle of like 95-degree weather, and it's like
Well, I'm sure right now it's the time to do it,
humidity.
dude. Like, if you're gonna go, we're
It's
going
not even
right
open. I
now.
don't think, is it?
It may not be. You're right. They might have kept it closed still.
I think
might
Tokyo
open then.
Disneyland opened up.
That's got to be. There's got to be nobody there.
You'd be surprised.
Dude, I remember when I was a little kid, we went to, I think it was Magic Mountain. Whenever 9/11 happened, I was like 8, and my mom was like trying to take our mind off it or whatever. So we all went there, and there was like 6 people in the entire park.
Oh no, but still closed. Tokyo
It's
just
pretty sick, dude. Like, I mean, terrible event, obviously, but it was pretty sick back then when you're a little kid and you're like, dude, any
don't have to
ride
wait
you want to
in
ride,
line.
you just go.
You just I'll stay in the cart. Just send it around again, Joffrey.
Yeah, no, literally, like, dude, it was dope.
All right.
Anyways,
Alrighty. You guys keep talking. Chilling right now.
Can you jump up a channel real quick?
there's not much else, honestly. We're just kicking it.
Yeah, about to start good old Legends as soon as everyone is ready to go.
I will say I'm irritated because, like, I'm sitting here playing Pokemon Crystal and it keeps telling me I have to play it on an official Game Boy Color. And it's
What?
like, bro, I'm playing it on a GameCube. Like, get out of here. I still bought your hardware, bro. Like,
What do you
It
have a
keeps
little
crashing.
adapter that lets you put the Game Boy games into the GameCube? Oh crap!
yeah, I had to jump through a bunch of hoops because, like, I have the physical piece that attaches to the bottom of it, but then I didn't have the disc, and the disc is like $150 or $200 even, because nobody keeps track of a little GameCube disc for like 20 years. So I had to buy a memory card, and I have to boot up Pokemon Coliseum, and then start the first battle, and then the memory card, whatever it does, it like hacks your GameCube into thinking that it's playing the Game Boy disc. So I bought it on like eBay for like $15. So it's dope. It's just very janky. Gets the job done though, but it makes everything freak out. There's no timed events, so it's like I can never catch Vampy. I found out I spent like 9 hours in the same grass patch, and it'll never be the right time because there's no time events. So I was like, that's cool. I like that.
Dang it, my phone's about to die.
Bro, you do nothing but play. How do you only play phone games? How do you freaking?
No. He's been playing a dinosaur simulator for the last month.
Well, that I know. Every time I talk to you, all you're talking about is playing as a dinosaur.
Yeah, I was playing some of that PyCon and whatever that event is, trying to get some of those 1000cc. If I get up to 700, I can make one more summon and not get Vegito Blue even still. The dinosaur game was giving me problems. Like, I guess Steam was having some issues earlier. I wonder if it'll work. I mean, now we're about to go into Legends, so I can't really be too distracted. What the? Oh, God.
All you gotta do, man, is just freaking bow down to Legends, and they'll give you whatever you want. Like, during the anniversary, I thought I was gonna get shafted. I was like, I give up. I've already given it up. Just take my money, bro. And then they were like, it's okay. You can have this one. That's all you gotta do.
If you're gonna have this one, if you get shafted in the rest of the year, I think that's okay.
I don't 12K. I mean, PyCon sucks ass, but I got a 9-star PyCon, 3-star Goku. So I'm really glad I kept pulling him, dude. I was so mad that morning. I woke up and I was like, all right, one more multi. And then it was PyCon on the first one, and I was like, bro, I was like, I already have an 8-star. Leave me alone. It's all right. Or I had a 7-star. Sorry. And then Goku's just kind of mid. He's not bad. He does a lot of damage. He's cool, but it's like, okay.
It's totally a skippable banner.
How many crystals did everyone spend on the anniversary banners?
Like, like 40,000 now at this point.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Okay,
yeah,
I know Nolar doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like 30
They're
or
omitted from it.
40,000.
That's not bad. I mean, you haven't got Vegito Blue, but
yeah, I didn't. I got everybody else. No Vegito Blue.
Is 40,000 considered good, bad?
it's pretty good for what you have. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I pulled I had a 7-star Vegito Blue at like 50, just under 50,000, and I'm at like 62 total now because I just couldn't stop, and I kept caving to chat and rhyme style and stuff. So
that's your fault for caving the rhyme style. That's all on you.
Dude, I even tweeted him that one night, and like I tweeted him 2 multis in a row. He only saw the first one. He's like, do a multi, and I was like, I already did the other one, bro. Get out of here. Like, can't get me on that, dog. I was ready to do it. I should have just called it, man. I could have saved myself like 9,000. I haven't pulled another VB in like a while. And it's like,
Of course, now.
well, I'm at the point now where you take 2 to get like another star or whatever else. What's up?
Oh, I was talking about Steam. Like, Steam servers, this game servers, were taking a dump earlier, but now it wants to work. But we're about to talk about Legends. I'm assuming y'all are ready now.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Well.
Okay. All right, so welcome back to the 31st episode, and we're going to be moving on to Legends. We're joined by the host, Nasdorachi, Goresh, Tallen's still here, I'm still here, Nolar, and then, of course, Bradical's here. And the first topic we got are the 2 new units. So let's start off with the decent one. Let's talk about Goku, the Kaioken Goku. So thoughts, all that stuff. Go for it, boys.
I feel like Goresh is the most qualified to talk about this because he has them at like 9 stars. I haven't even summoned on the banner. I know they're very mid, both of them. I mean, Goku better than PyCon, obviously, but I'll let people that have used them.
Goku's Z ability, dude. His Z ability is clutch if you get him to 6-star. Balances out Sun Family, and Sun Family is always going to be good because it's Goku. It's just right now we're in a weird Sun Family part where they're kind of just okay.
I don't know, like. He's not terrible, but he's not like, oh my god, I have to summon for him. Like, no matter what they would release after the anniversary, it wasn't going to be like people were jumping up and down for it.
That's what's tripping me out, though, because this is technically being labeled as like the official part 2 of the anniversary. Like, this isn't even the simmer down content after the anniversary, and it's already
100%. This is 100% them supposed to have dropped this before the anniversary, and they're like, okay, let's just do it now.
Yeah, like this is possibly
based on your showcase. They definitely feel like cards that should have been released like, I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
These are cards that should have been released last anniversary.
Yeah,
Last anniversary.
Kind of true though, honestly. PyCon would have lived back. He would have been really good back then.
That's like the worst follow up for Vegito Blue that you could possibly have, though. Especially if it's like an actual anniversary banner. If it was the one after anniversary where you're just like, all right, we know everyone's gonna skip this because they're depleted, that would make more sense. But actually tagging it as like the headliner of the second part of the anniversary that's starting up, that is a head scratcher for me.
Yeah. It's so weird.
And then the unit's not even being that good. Like, if they were really good, then maybe that would compensate for some of the like question marks that I have. But like, they're not even like really worth investing a whole lot in. So
tone deaf. Like, there's so many different things that are pointing to them just being tone deaf that it's actually baffling. Like the whole Trunks thing, getting his Zenkai and stuff. It just makes zero sense. There's no justification for any of this stuff.
I mentioned it earlier, but it just feels like the turnaround time. Like I get like they do listen to the player base. We see evidence of it all the time that they do listen to us, but like the turnaround time of them like submitting our complaints to their corporate overlords and then getting some response back down the chain is like a 6-month turnaround time, which that makes them seem like kind of like they don't know what's going on.
A lot of the times we always contribute like all these like mistakes to like, oh yeah, it's just like the higher ups being annoying or whatever. But this is actually just legitimately them just being stupid. Like the higher ups weren't like, hey, you guys got to make PyCon terrible. Like that's not what happened.
I mean, they might have. I don't know, man.
We don't know for sure, right?
I like picturing an executive Bandai Namco who's like, I hate PyCon. You made her make him trash. I was just like, I love PyCon though. He's like, make him terrible. I swear to God. It's like, all right, yeah.
It was. I've never seen a card this bad or a unit this bad on release. Like the second he came out, he was already outdated. Like he can't be used.
Okay, Trunks and Cell. That was a pretty bad banner too.
That was bad banner. Yes, it was. But Trunks is like way better.
At least he's good. Is Cell even good? I have no idea.
No, he's not very good. He's like similar to how bad PyCon is. He's pretty bad.
I didn't even get him. I've seen him once in PvP, like the night that the banner came out. Like
he doesn't do anything.
Huh. I don't know. I mean, I like the Goku. I actually really do. I would have been fine with the Goku in something else. I think it was us who was talking about like in some DM thing that was like they should have just broke lore and made PyCon something.
Yeah, they should have, because why is Janemba regen? Like, when does he ever regenerate?
I don't know.
He doesn't at all. I mean,
so why not just make PyCon regen? Like, who cares?
They did it because he's popular, and then regen's going to be a popular tag. PyCon's not popular.
So he's suffering. I haven't honestly even really looked at either of their kits too in depth. Is he just like Red Metal Rildo basically, where he just has like no placement whatsoever?
Yeah, at least now Rildo's on GT.
What is PyCon's Z ability buff? Like
just red and green.
Oh, red. It's a color. It's dual chromatic. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Red, the best color right now.
Bro, I don't even know, man. Like he's never gonna fit anywhere. It's not like we knew Rildo eventually would fit somewhere. Hit is eventually gonna fit somewhere. PyCon will literally never fit. He's not moving.
At least when Hit came out, he was like a counter to Super Vegito, who was like the terror of the game, right?
Oh, he's still pretty good.
This would have been like if they made PyCon green and then also made him like deal double damage to blue units or something. That would be basically what they did with Hit when he came out, because that was fine. When Hit came out, like he had like a decent, like he was decently usable, and now it's like PyCon comes out and he cannot be used on any team, no team.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The dual chromatic whatever concept they had in their head for this game working out like Dokkan, where you build around colors mostly, that's like dead right now. They've made the regular tags and metas far too powerful, unless they go really crazy with like the EX units have the better buffs for dual chromatic teams than sparking units, but they'd have to start releasing sparking units that give like 75% buffs to like dual stats for just color tags if they want to like basically what they're doing with all these hero characters with 100% buffs. There's like the chromatic color based teaming in this game is completely dead right now. It's all about fusions or future, regeneration, or actual tags that are not solely color based.
Yeah, I don't think color based will really make a comeback. If it does, I don't know, man. Yellow, blue's still good. It's not bad.
This
But
game,
it's even.
The whole color system in this game feels really like ancillary and just not necessary. Like, I don't know. They shouldn't have even had color in this game. They could have had all the different buffs and passives and characteristics of the characters, but just the whole color advantage and disadvantage just seems kind of dumb in a game like this. Like, when I look at this game, I think of it more like a mobile Xenoverse almost. And they could still have all the characters, all the team builds, all the stuff relatively the same, and just get rid of the whole color system. And I don't know. I don't really think it would really impact that much. It would make things more convenient, if anything, in my eyes. And they could even still have the dark type characters for PvE, where they're just better than everyone else. Like,
I don't know. I'm torn because like you would have like Vegito Blue would run rampant against everybody. Then there'd be like no Zenkai Buu that could kind of hold him back. There'd be no like Super Saiyan 4 Goku that was a little bit of a counter.
They could work in passives better, like counters, like does additional damage to fusions, does additional damage to regenerate. They could still have the tags and the tag based modifiers and stuff. It's just there's just no colors, so like Boo could be doing additional damage to fusions or something. I don't know.
I think I'd have to play it to decide which is better, honestly, because it sounds like it'd be better, but then it's also like I'm not 100% sold. It'd be better to have no colors,
Yeah.
Yeah, Python sucks. Let's move on.
Yeah, there you go. That works. No, I do actually like the Goku Z ability. If you're ever gonna, I'd recommend nobody subbing on that banner, but if you do, just if you get Goku, take your W. Like
the only really good thing about Goku is his chance to faint. Like that can change the game, right? If you get the faint off.
Oh, of course, but I mean, there's better units that could do that too. Like
he's the first character in the game that can also summon an endurance passive under certain conditions, but normally doesn't.
If he just straight up had endurance, it wouldn't all of a sudden propel him to Z tier. Like I don't understand why they didn't just give it to him.
Maybe S tier. I mean, he's high A tier right now. I'd say at like cap. I can't put him above. I can't put him in S tier. Not in this meta. Yeah. But he's also not like C or B tier. He's
not Pycon tier. Yeah.
Pycon is like, he's like legit with Deborah.
Deborah are like, it's just the same lunch table.
They should have just been those two characters. They should have placed one of each of them on each of the anniversary banners and just not even given them their own banner.
What was the point of making the powerful opponent tag? Like, if they weren't going to make, like, Pycon buff the tag?
I don't know, because he is a powerful opponent.
The whole point of making that tag is that these units who don't have teams can like, actually fit on, like, a team.
Or doing something with the anime original sagas even would have been fine, because then you could have teamed him with, like, the History of Trunks units and the Bardock units and all the OVA filler content-y type units. But no.
That would make too much sense. It would make way too much.
So yeah, definitely dailies. Daily singles for me only. And I haven't even really been daily singling on all these other filler banners that they've recycled back into the game either.
Knocked over like 5 statues. Nice.
Alrighty. So that's it for Goku and Pycon, right?
Yes.
Nothing else to say.
Yeah, they're very missable, and you won't really notice too much at this point in the game.
Yep, just skip the banner, you'll be happy.
So go back in on the anniversary banner then, right?
Oh my god, if you had to choose between those two banners, like, if you even think about that for a second, like, you're dumb.
There's infinitely more value on like the GT step up than there is this. I mean, Majin 21 is on it. I would say that she's even a better prize than the two new units. If you pull Majin 21 off this banner, you'd be better off.
She is the best unit in the in that banner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
I would definitely say so. This is the first time she's come back too, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know if they would like hold on to her forever since she's like a collaborative unit and we wouldn't see her very often, but no, she's already making a comeback way faster than units that aren't collab units like Baseball Yamcha and stuff like that. It's like that was something that interested
Every
me.
stream, when's he coming back?
Yeah, that's like the joke of the discussion now.
Literally, he's not coming back. He's not. It's just the event's been it's literally the Legends version of Kabuto Strike event.
Discontinued forever.
Yeah, it's never come back once.
Oh man.
They just forgot about it. They lost the code, the programming, the computer that had those files.
They lost the folder labeled the Baseball Yamcha.
Accidentally moved to the recycle bin and was deleted. Or that a computer caught fire or something where that information was being stored.
What was I gonna say? The Zenkai trunks. I guess that's another topic we can go broach.
The red one.
They didn't give us it. Yeah, they didn't give us any details, right?
They
have to be trolling. They have to be trolling. There's no other explanation. They have to be trolling.
All it says, he'll gain additional defensive capabilities as well as offensive bonuses against LOE and Frieza Force. And he's going to be indispensable on your Hybrid Saiyan party. First and foremost, no mention of Vegeta family.
Think about this. We've been saying first implemented Zenkai system. We're like, okay, yeah, like obviously the red Goku really needed it really badly, and also the blue Broly really needed it badly. So we're like, okay, yeah, these are good units to start out with, and we're like, okay, next unit we want to see is Trunks. And it's been what 6 months since then, and we haven't gotten Trunks. And now,
longer, like 8.
Now that literally the red color is not usable, they're like, okay, you guys want Trunks? Here you go. Here's Trunks. And he again, this is going to be a PyCon situation. Now, definitely going to be better than PyCon, but it's a PyCon situation in where you just can't use him because he's just going to get annihilated.
Yeah, unless they have a pretty formidable banner or release schedule up and coming for Lineage of Evil. Like if they're like working in a second Lineage of Evil Zenkai and expecting a whole bunch of people to start running Lineage of Evil again all of a sudden, then you're probably right. If it's just Vegito Blue all the time, you're not even going to be able to mess with this Trunks unless you're able to contain the Vegito Blue. Like you kill the Vegito Blue, then you can liberally swap your Trunks in, if you brought him. But outside of that, it's going to be a pretty big liability. I
see people talking about type neutrality. It literally doesn't matter. Vegito Blue can remove that. And even if they want to make it unremovable, it doesn't matter because type neutral is like he's still killing you in one combo. So good luck.
Yeah, he's going to have some type of like uncancelable type neutrality, like where it's hard coded into the passive and not a little buff that shows up above the health bar, but it's just like hard worded into his kit.
The only way he's going to be good is if he has two things: A, type neutrality that's uncancelable, and then B, a cover cut that's uncancelable. If he has both, then that's like all of a sudden, okay, now we're in business. Now we're talking. But until he has those two things, this is just not going to work.
Yeah, they're going to have to give him those two things like you just said and give him a pretty phenomenal amount of stats. And then maybe. And then, like he says, it's going to be mostly a hard counter for Lineage of Evil and Frieza Force. That's where his true value is going to be. Which is a good team, an extremely good team. But in terms of popularity right now, it's definitely an underdog team.
Yes,
in the meta. So you'll be bringing that character to counter a team you might only run into like 1 or 2 out of every 10 matches. So there's that also. Unless, of course, like I said, there's another banner up and coming or some type of LOE Zenkai they're thinking of. I think the new EX team that they're boasting for free is going to be good guys, specifically because of the wording in the letter that says who will rise to the task to defend the Earth, like in that description.
Please, Super Warriors, bro.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be, if I had to wager a guess. Because this goes back to that Red Trunks, right? We've been asking the Red Trunks Zenkai for about the same amount of time as we've been asking for some support for, like, the Z Warrior squad, like Krillin, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, Roshi, etc. So I feel like this is them, like, their 6-month turnaround time. Here now it's showing up. So I think that we might be looking at some Super Warrior support here with this.
Yo, question: is there any point to do Let's Fight anymore?
Just for the little supplies that it gives you, like the exchange medals and the daily mission, and some skip tickets.
I guess I'll do it.
Because the friendship, they gave that system some extra value past friendship level 1, and then within like 4 to 6 months, they've now removed that whole purpose for existing, along with the real need for that friendship EXP piece of equipment that they just added. Like,
I thought about that too. I was like, bro, you just gave me that. I spent like 5 hours the other week grinding that.
Yeah, and now it's like, other than for the 8 Zenkais, whatever, 7 that we have now that will still have those missions, they'll be useful until those missions are done for you, and then until I have to assume that they're going to add another function to the friendship system.
I would think so.
You can tell they're developing this game like on the seat of their pants, because things are just changing and coming and going, and Ultimate Battle is supposed to be every other PvP season, but that was only once and never showed up again. Like, they've changed the banner formats like 900 different times. Like, they're doing all this stuff on the fly, and it's pretty clear that they're responding to, like, I guess you could call us the market, the player base. They're responding to the market with all this fluidity, but yeah, it's super random sometimes, and then they create stuff, and then they invalidate it, and then it's just like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. I just play the game.
There you
go.
It's definitely way more fluid than any other gacha game I've ever played. Like, I'm sure there's other games like this, like Pokemon Masters or something, that make a lot of changes in a short amount of time and stuff, but all the ones that I've played have been pretty consistent. Like a Nolar, I'm sure you have even more experience than me, but like Marvel Puzzle Quest, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, they have a pretty reliable release schedule, and they have a pretty reliable rotation of events and banners, and the format is extremely predictable and consistent. It was the same thing for Final Fantasy Record Keepers, where it was down to the point where every week on Thursday, a new banner would be dropping for like Final Fantasy 1, and then the next week would be 7, and the next week would be 8, and they would just rotate. Every Thursday, new banner. And all the banner formatting was the same, except for like the celebration, like anniversary and, special event banners and stuff. So Legends is definitely much more of a wild ride than some other games that I've played, in terms of all the random stuff that just happens and unhappens.
It's just everywhere. Yeah.
It's got some upsides too, though, because I've never seen another mobile game have like an actual in-person, real-world tournament either. So, it's not always bad what they do. It's just super unpredictable sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like they're changing stuff too often.
Yeah, I agree.
Remember how many times they changed the step-up system?
Yeah, and every time I'd go to a new step up, I'm like, all right,
I literally was like reading the fine print of the news. I was like, okay, how is this like gonna try and scam me this time? Like,
oh, dude, because I think it was a Goten banner. I went in on that, and everybody's like, it resets the next day, and I was like, damn. It's like, bro, I could have just waited. I was like, all right, nice, dude, that's good.
Dude, they never did that again. That was a one and done. They've never had a banner again that like reset on a time-based schedule. That was super weird. I mean, I could see something like that working for like those mini step ups, like the one that's just like, oh, it's 3 steps, and on the 4th step it's something free. But if you don't, maybe those ones, I don't. That's just it's so weird. Even the existence of stuff like that, like those little mini step ups, and they're always trying something new, trying to, I guess, find what their most successful. They don't do any like market research. We are the guinea pigs. Like they test stuff on us. They don't have like any private like pool of people that they poll for things before they do stuff. It's just like we are the lab rats. Other games like probably like update and then like have like Q&A testing and do stuff in house and like have like a test group that plays it before the update goes live. Legends is just like, nah, just let's try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll never do it again.
Like Ultimate Battle, yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate Battle is a great example. Like, where's that? That'll come back one day, maybe, and then it'll be like, hey, remember this thing that happened the one time? It's back again.
We talked about it before, man. Their problem is they hype you up, and then like, all right, sit on it for a little while. Just wait a couple months. Like, think about it now. We gotta wait till November to. Is it November?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the dumbest. That is actually.
It's like, what are you doing? You literally just cut your profit in half. Don't get me wrong, it's crappy to have the people who spent like an extra like 70,000 crystals to finish all of these Zenkais are just like, oh, sick, dude. Like now, okay, so that just meant nothing. I could have just waited. But now it's like, who is summoning on these for the next like 3 or 4 months? And if you do, you clearly haven't heard the news. Like that's it. The only way you're summoning.
Have a feeling that they may have told us that because, like you said in your video, Goresh, and I talked about it in mine a little bit also. There's no logical reason why they would have told us this unless they don't really plan for these Zenkai banners to really rotate that back in that much before November. Like, this is something that's, if they don't plan on bringing any of them back until November, okay, well then that makes sense why they told us this. Hopefully there's stuff in the meantime though. And if they do bring them back in the meantime, that seems like a huge scam because like, hey, we told you that this is going to get way better, but for all those people that may have missed the message, we're going to try and finagle some extra money out of them in the meantime. So, I don't know. I would anticipate that they're probably not going to rotate them back through, I guess, that much. But that's what, like 4 months? Or we're not going to
6 months. So 5 months. 5 months, yeah.
That we're not going to see potentially these banners? Or, I don't know. That's super weird, man.
Yeah, no matter what they would have done here, like let's say they just all of a sudden change the banners right now, and now all of a sudden all the existing Zenkai banners have the new method, so the better rates and stuff. People would have been mad like no matter what, right? I mean, people who let's say you last week used Zenkai 7 Goku, and then all of a sudden this week the banners are different. Like you're gonna be pissed, right? Because you just spent all the crystals and you didn't have to. What's like the only difference now is that you're giving people a 5 months heads up. When I mean, the guy who's Zenkai 7 Goku last week is still going to be pissed because he could have just waited anyway.
I actually shared that on Twitter, and you retweeted it. The dude's like, I just spent 4,200 CC getting cooler than Zenkai 6 yesterday.
Yeah, and he's free to play. Like that hurts. That's really bad.
Yeah, and then they come out with the announcement. It definitely is painful for those people that have already invested. But I've been saying pretty much this whole time that the Zenkai system is going to become increasingly accessible as time goes on. Like, there's no way it was going to be that exclusive forever. It's one of those cases where, like, it's brand new. If you want it when it's brand new, the price is higher. But if you wait a little bit, now it's on sale on Steam and you can get it half off. It's like almost the same philosophy, I feel like.
This is literally what they're saying. Our product is a premium product. But in 5 months, we're going to reduce the price by 70%. That's literally what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Decision.
I don't know. This is baffling.
No, like I said, they literally, again, I think it's crappy to like, they really should have just, I don't know how you fix that though. I guess if you want to make it better for players, how do you fix it midterm? Like, what would be your solution to it?
What do you mean? Yeah. I would just change the banners right now.
Well, I agree with that too. Yeah, they should do that. But what I mean is like, how are you going to avoid anybody disliking it? Somebody's going to dislike it.
You're already cornered in.
you've already like.
That's why
tucked yourself
my
in the
argument is no matter what you do, people are just gonna be mad anyway. So you might as well just change
and
it
it's
now.
like, I 100% agree with you. I don't. People were saying there was something legal, and I was like, "There's nothing legal.
There's no
about
legal about it. You can increase or reduce the prices of your product whenever you want.
It's your product." Like,
Yeah, like theoretically, it is better for everyone moving forward. The only people that are going to be the most salty are those that already spent money. And yeah, like that is kind of a kick in the nuts, but assuming those people are still going to be spending money moving into the future, hopefully they'll still be relatively happy with the price decrease. I don't know. The other thing I could see this ushering in is just a lot more Zenkai units hitting us a lot more rapidly now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
100%.
I think there's two angles to this. The first angle is there's going to be more frequent Zenkais. And the second angle is A, they may either be less impressive, or B, the power creep for other units is just going to be like off the charts, and Zenkai 7s are going to remain on like the same sort of power level. So that relative to the other units, Zenkai 7 isn't as good as it used to be. That's why the price is going down.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at that, like they're never gonna do another Beerus again, but they gave him the extra oomph because of his straight up meme status.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I don't, dude, it's so confusing. I don't even think they know, which is why we sound like we're confused, because it's impossible to read a book where the words have all fallen off the pages and are sitting in your lap, like. Like,
Oh man,
alphabet soup in my lap over here.
Now, okay, I guess this was a controversial opinion, but I thought them taking away free Zenkai 1 was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It is, but they're just gonna spin it back to you as like, well, just earn 1,000 Chrono Crystals and do your first summon, and you'll probably get 1,000 Z power in that first summon. But it's like, yeah, it's still free.
Well, I think the thing that like a lot of people were missing, because I was getting a whole lot of comments that are like, Brad, Zenkai 1's not even useful. Zenkai 1 is this, Zenkai 1 is that, and it's like, I agree with you, but a lot of people don't play like we do. Like, if you're one of the people that jumps into PvP and you want to use boom, this, that, they just like having the units. It's cool to awaken them. Maybe they just want to buff another unit using his Z ability. And having that free one, it costs nothing. You don't get the sleeves. You don't get a unique. You don't get anything. You just get better stats. That's it, pretty much, right? I mean, they changed their uniques a little bit, but they changed the ones that they already have to be better. They don't give you a specific new one. So it's like you're literally just taking something away. That's it. If they had left that and changed it,
yeah,
people would have still been pissed. But it would have been a lot less, and it'd be a lot easier for us to defend it, too, to people and be like, hey, wait, you still get the free one. Nothing changed about that. Now, if you just want to go further, it's cheaper. That's it.
I think the trade-off for not having the missions now is that if you're free to play, if the power level of Zenkai 7 units remains the same as it is now, and it only is going to take you, like, on average, like 7,000 crystals to Zenkai 7 a unit, that's a good trade-off, because you should be Zenkai 7ing every single unit. You should be saving your crystals for that.
Well, yeah, like I got the math pulled up on screen, and when you multi, you get 10 stacks, assuming that you get 72%. Like, even if you got all 10 stacks at 70%, that's still 800, because you get the first, you get the 100 for free every time you multi. There's no way that all 10 stacks are going to be 70, because that's 27% as opposed to...
We never pull all hero multis. We never get those.
Well, right. But the hero in this case is the 100, because that's the 72% chance to drop.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's true. You're right. Yeah.
You have to be getting, like, the dick down, like, badly to not get a Zenkai level per multi. Because
plus you're also getting the free 100 every multi, right?
Yeah, that would be, even if like you got one stack of 70 and 9 stacks of 100, you need 1,000 per level. That's like, I don't know. There's gonna be rare cases where you're gonna need like 2 multis to get 1 level, but normally you'll probably be getting roughly like 1 level per multi almost.
I'm excited for the kid who gets like 3 of the 1,501 multi.
I said that in my video too. I know
on the first day.
I know
he's
that
gonna get like 3
is coming. That gloat post is coming on Twitter.
That one kid's gonna get him like Zenkai 5 and like 1 multi.
So yeah, I think that it does suck that those missions are gone, but like they could have just included one more sentence in here that would have made it like much less abrasive. Be like, instead of these missions, there'll be other challenges and missions we're implementing to the events page where you can earn tons of rewards. Like, if they just added that sentence in there. Because obviously, they're making it easier to Zenkai. They want to take out, like, the R&D time of programming in all the little extra menus with all the little missions and all that. Like, I know it can't take that long, but they're freeing up those resources to then hopefully use them on something else. So maybe there'll be other missions. I don't know. They could have teased anything like that, and people would have been, okay, you lose something, you gain something. It's a net neutral. But right now it does seem kind of negative in that aspect. Just based off the way they worded it, mostly. Because, like, hopefully they'll be adding some other incentives and other stuff to fill that gap. But they could have teased it.
Well, so my perspective is, like what Brad said earlier, was it didn't have to be an either or. It could just have been a both and. You know what I mean?
Would have been
Like,
infinitely better.
Right. So that's why I got pissed. I was like, why you take this away? There's no reason to take it away other than you want to take it away. Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I was pissed. It's not because, I'm like vouching for free to play players. I'm like, for some people, like we said, I don't know what the numbers are again, but I'm gonna say like 60% of the player base doesn't even play PvP. So to them, it doesn't even matter Zenkaiing a unit per se, but it's something for them to do. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, get them to Friendship 10. Yeah, as much of a grind that is, that's a goal for people to log in and play. And I've heard from other people that are like, well, since I don't have a free-to-play Zenkai, yeah, it's 1,000 crystals, but I'm free to play. I don't rank high in PvP. Why would I ever spend that when I want to pull the new unit? You know what I mean? Which, again, that's a whole other topic that we can get into, but it's just like they want something to do. They want to use the hybrid Saiyans 30 times, so they'll play with their favorite characters 30 times to get that extra 100 Zenkai power, you know? So, again, I'm just saying, like, that's boneheaded move. Like, I don't know why they took it away.
More people to do it. So you could have like 50. Say you have 500 people who want to do it, but they're gonna like Zenkai. They're only gonna get Zenkai 1 because it's complete free, and they're not gonna push any further. But then you make it cheaper, and you give them Zenkai 1, and then you get 2,000 people who want to do it. You just times it by 4 by literally just not taking something away. Like, imagine you go to a store, and like you're buying something on there. And like, you can buy this, but you got to give me a water bottle. And it's like, well, then I'm not going to buy that. Like, if I'm losing something, then why would I buy that from you? And you're going to go somewhere else. It's so simple. If you they're opening up so well. They did such a good job with, hey, you could change normal souls for Zenkai souls. Hey, we're going to make it a lot cheaper. It's going to be more accessible. Fantastic. But we have to take something. You don't have to take shit. Like, you don't have to. It really did irritate me when a lot of people were like not defending it, and it's like it's a big deal to take that away because, like you said, people do not play the game like that. If you're somebody that ranks in the top 3,000, you're in the top 3,000 for a reason because the other 297,000 people that played this week didn't want to get to the top 3,000. Like, yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. You're saying something.
I completely agree with y'all because it takes away those little goals and milestones that keep people motivated to play, and that's not good. But I have a feeling, and this is not me just trying to go out of my way to defend them for removing this cool part of this. I have a feeling it cycles back to what me and Goresh mentioned earlier, where they might be planning to increase the frequency of which Zenkai characters release. And potentially maybe even start getting some of the EX and Hero Zenkais too, just based off of soul boosting and, you know, the card levels and all that. We know that every single unit in the game is designed to have the Zenkai system incorporated in some way. So if they start firing off all these different Zenkais now that they're freeing up the system and making it more accessible, it would make sense why they don't want to have that missions page with like 200 different characters worth of missions in there, getting really bogged down and programming all that in. Like, I don't know. It sounds like I'm just trying to defend them, but I feel like they want to free up all of that data and all that space for having all those missions for all these new Zenkai characters they're planning on bringing out, and they're gonna just do it a different way. That's what I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for. That we're not gonna have like all those characters worth of missions to have to balance and worry about.
Well, the question then becomes, okay, so if they intend to have you use your CC for Zenkai, then, which is a natural segue here, then what makes me motivated to summon on like the PyCon banner, like a new banner they're trying to sell? Because I might as well just save all my CC for Zenkai banners from here on out. If I was a relatively free to play player, or someone that spends minimally, I would rather blow 7k CC on a Zenkai banner and get someone Z7 as opposed to go in on a, I don't know, like a PyCon banner and just get jack shit. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, but I think they're gonna borrow a little bit of the philosophy from like Hearthstone and actual card games here, where like they're gonna balance, like you said, like why would you want to do one over the other? Well, I have a feeling they're going to release intentional crappy units like this PyCon, like this Goku, because like the philosophy of a card game is like when you're playing like Magic the Gathering or something, the people that create the cards can't make every single card in the game insanely good. Like there have to be shitty cards that are in circulation, because without shitty cards, everything's
good.
Yeah, there's no line drawn between what's good and what isn't. Like nothing makes sense. Like everything you win in one turn. Like the game wouldn't have any balance or structure. So I think they're going to release intentionally like garbage units, like the ones we're seeing right now, and then they'll have like a really good Zenkai that's out. And then the flip side of that is they'll have really good banners, like a Kefla banner or a Majin 21 level banner, or like these anniversary Vegito Blue like shit stuff going on. And they'll have like a less than favorable Zenkai unit out. And they're going to play with that like good and bad system. And they're also going to play with people's heartstrings, like by releasing like fan favorite characters and Zenkaiing fan favorite characters, and then Zenkaiing crappy characters that nobody cares about. I think they're going to have to balance all that very, very well to then get people, to get people constantly spending. Basically, they'll have something appealing to everyone who likes every different type of character at some point to convince them to try and spend. If they do this like a fine science, basically. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be that competent and be able to pull it off or not, but that's how I see their plan in my head, at least.
Because, the only way that's going to work out and make free-to-play players turn into spenders, and I think that's their goal. I mean, that's everyone's goal, right? Mm-hmm. The only way that's going to happen is if you give them enough CC to play with or get every month, just in general, whether it's logins or first-time clear missions. Let's say Zenkai 3 is a good sweet spot, right? For the most players. You would need to give at least 3 KCC. I'm sure Chad is figuring out the math here, but in my mind, it's like if I was a completely free to play, I need to get at least 3 KCC a month to just figure out if I'm going to Zenkai 3 a unit potentially. Like we're talking average numbers here. And if I like the unit as is, then I'm more enticed to go pull out the wallet and swipe the credit card in order to get more CC to max out that unit. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because, so I mean that's the whole concept is, but I don't know what our CC logs are like now. And the only way they could have made this a lot better by taking away the free one was like at least put a line saying, in lieu of grindable, hard-working way to earn a Zenkai 1, we will be increasing 1,000 CC to everyone. And now 1,000 CC is a lot because you can use it in anything. Dailies, you can use it in energy refreshes if you're out of tickets. Like it gives that would make the entire player base happy. Because I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm just disenfranchised with the entire game as it is because I quit, right? But I'm just saying, like, you need to establish some goodwill with the player base. And I think if you're taking away free Zenkai 1, making a statement like, we'll give 1,000 CC every month to compensate for it. So it's not like you lost anything. We just gave you more options on how to play or how to use that your time by giving you 1,000 CC. You can use it on dailies, you can use it on tickets or whatever. You're completely in control of that, but we're giving you more options to play with.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
a
saying?
great system, like just because we play multiple games, like peeking over to like the Marvel Puzzle Quest, like borrowing some type of format where like the champion system in that game, where as you continue to power them up, you like earn the rewards back, right? With like those gifts that they give you. A system like that would be like really enticing if they could work it into like Zenkai or something. Like maybe like soul boosting X amount of their panels just gives you back resources that you could then in turn use for somebody else or something else, you know? I don't know, like giving you, like, as you max out the one character, it gives you power for another character that's maybe related to that character in some way canonically or something like that, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Like a future Trunks related to like a ultimate future
like,
Gohan,
like
something like that.
maxing
Yeah.
him out earns you the power for the Gohan to go along with him or something, you know? Like how I was just maxing out my 2-star Storm earlier in her championship levels, and it gave me the 3-star Storm, just straight up. It's like, here, take this one, and I was like, all right, bet. Like just anything like that would be just increasing the incentives, increasing like you said, rewards or gifts to compensate for the loss of this free method of enjoying the content.
Also, just keep in mind that like if you're spending on the Zenkai banners, that's not going to be a team. You can't make a team just from Zenkai units.
It's true.
So you're going to have to also summon on the banners. Like let's say I don't know. Let's say you're free to play and you Zenkai 7 this Trunks that comes out. So now all of a sudden you're in a position where you're going to have a good core for your hybrid Saiyan team. So whenever banner comes out next that has new hybrid Saiyan units on it, you're going to want to summon on there. So I think if you're free to play, you really want to use these Zenkai banners to sort of like give yourself a good foundation for your teams. And then once you have that foundation set up, then you can be like, okay, I'm going to wait for, I don't know, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks to come back, the transforming Gotenks that I could summon on his banner. And then, once you have that established, you can sort of plan out what you want to do in terms of summoning on normal banners from there.
Yeah, I completely agree. Or do the mirror of that, where you already have really good team built, and you're like, oh, this Zenkai character is coming out that would fit great on this super powerful team I already have. Then invest in that one.
And by the way, I think that's a good strategy that free-to-play players can use just in general. Like, you should be focusing mostly on like 1 or 2 teams, right? You shouldn't be like summoning on like every single good banner. When I said earlier that you should be Zenkaiing everything, I only meant like if you had like decent teams to run with them. Like if you're free to play and you have like 0 hybrid Saiyan units, like you shouldn't be summoning on this Trunks banner unless you just really like hybrids. Let's say you have like a decent foundation for God Key, because there's been a lot of God Key units that come out. If they ever come out with like another Zenkai for God Key, then definitely go ahead and do that, and then you can wait for another God Key banner to come around and just only focus on like that tag, and then all of a sudden,
while summoning for that tag, you'll build up other units because the game's just going to be like, here, take this, take that, take this, and then you can start to expand from there. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, in that sense, this game is like a lot of other gachas I played, specifically the Final Fantasy one, because with 15 Final Fantasy games, there's no way, unless you're just like $40,000, $50,000 in spending on gacha, you're not summoning on every single banner that comes out. Therefore, you're not building teams for every single one of those sub games. So you have to pick like what you have already, what you need for building around what you already have, and just establish targets and then wait and skip banners in between. And then you'll build up enough foundation over time where you can then take on all the hard tier content, even as a free to play. And that's just the budget move for most competitive gacha games, I feel like, but it's definitely present here as well. And then, like they were saying, that you're gonna fight people in PvP that are whales that can just have whatever the heck they want, and I feel like that's another one of their major marketing tools. Like, they're using the player base to convince the player base to spend money, because those people might beat you, and then you're like, oh shit! Like, if only I could get lucky and make 2 more pulls, whatever. Let me spend some money. Like, that's just how jealousy works, and they're playing off of it for sure.
Oh, did the Legends community being jealous, bro?
Yeah, I'm just like, when I go into a match and I'm like, oh, there's a 9-star Vegito Blue. I don't even have him yet. I have two choices. I can break out my wallet and summon, or I can just get mad about it or not care and ignore it. And they rely on people breaking out their wallet and trying to play catch up in a lot of cases.
I mean, it works. Gosh has proven that it works.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you got to abstain from that, build a strategy, build foundations, and summon where you need to summon, and for your favorite characters. You know, I'm not going to deny people of that. That's what I always say. Summon for your favorite characters, and summon for the teams that you already have strengths, present.
So PyCon.
Yeah. No, skip this.
Yeah, you have a really strong red-green team. Go ahead and summon for PyCon,
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
It's a great idea. That you can guarantee yourself at least top 30,000 placement with that team.
Yeah. On a good day.
I will say I used Zenkai 7 Boo today. Bro, what is that unit? I never even looked at his stuff. It's not even like fair. He's just so oppressive in every single way.
You like locking your opponent's whole hand?
Yeah, dude, it's like ridiculous. And the second Kefla comes in, it's like, oh, you're screwed? Sorry about that, bro. And you're locked in? My bad. I didn't mean to do that. Like, literally, you can just stop people dead in their tracks. So, PyCon with that, I mean, you could make use of him probably. Like, definitely could be worse than a team with Zenkai Boo, but...
Yeah, then you get to live for the extra duration of the lock, and then you die.
There you go. That's the way you do it.
Yeah, the Zenkai units were extremely good when fully powered. Hopefully,
Bro,
this
it's
accessibility
dumb, man.
increase will. Hopefully, it's ultimately a move that they saw where they're like, all right, we need to continue to try and make money from this, and that's what the corporate overlords are saying. And then people like Toshi, who I feel like actually do somewhat care about the player base, who kind of want us to have game modes where we can pick our enemies' teams and stuff that's cool like that. They're the ones that are like, all right, well, we got to keep this PvP game like actually competitive. Like, it's not like Dokkan where you can compete with your friends and like do races and stuff like that. Like, this is actually like somewhat of a fighting game, and they have their monetization aspects. But if it gets too out of control, people are just gonna quit, and because it's just it's a fighting game. There's no fun fighting when it's stacked that heavily against you. Like, what's the point? I'll just go play Dragon Ball Fighters or something. So they have to keep it reasonable, but make money at the same time. And they're always fighting with that balance.
Yeah,
And I think everybody understands that. I don't think most people don't have a problem. Some people don't get that we make money back on it. They're like, why would you spend on this, you idiot? And it's like, well, because it's a job, bro.
Oh, the best comment I get is when I'm like, don't summon on this banner, and then I do a 20,000 crystal summoning stream. Like,
and like, you're a moron, bro.
And everyone's like, I thought you said don't summon. Like, yeah, you don't summon.
Yeah.
If you want to do this too, then yeah, dude, summon away, bro. I see kids with like 200 subs summoning. Go ahead, man. Make a channel.
Like, what they don't understand, like, no, I'm just trying to like, brag, like, YouTube makes tons of money because I'm over here, I'm broke as shit. Like, I can't even afford to make summon videos like that. And, like, but when you're doing it, you're, like, showcasing it for people to see it without having to go through that pain themselves. Like, you're not, like, bragging, like, oh, I'm rich, I'm going to have it, and you can't have it. No, because likely as soon as the showcase is over, you're never going to freaking use that unit again. It was a waste of your time and your money, but you did it to show people, and because you make some revenue back.
No, bro, I'll use a unit 15. I don't give a shit.
No, you're
going to see PyCon in like 4 videos this week, bro.
Yeah, and then like a month from now, no, I'll never see him again, like on anybody's team ever, unless you're like someone makes the troll video for the day.
It's a
I'm
challenge.
gonna be honest. I've been playing a decent amount of PvP. I haven't ran into a single PyCon this whole season.
Same. I used all the Zenkai 7 units that I have, and like it's my free to play alt account, so don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
But I went through that today. I played like 80 matches today, and I literally faced one PyCon in the first match that I played all day long, and it was at like rank 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. He's bad, but like, yeah, there's
That's an understatement. Bad is an understatement. He is god awful.
He's probably like the worst. He's probably the worst unit right now. I mean, that's like a viable unit that's not viable. We'll say
He's the worst. Okay, this is the way I put it. He is the worst new unit that's ever come out. Like on the release, there's never been a unit that's as bad as him.
Who's even close to him?
You feel like Rage Vegeta?
It's like, yeah, purple.
Rage Vegeta was pretty bad.
He was terrible. Like he was dead on arrival.
I was excited for him too, dude.
Majin Vegeta was dead on arrival just because of his debuffs, but even he.
Yeah, but at least he could do he was a
he's-
damage machine.
He
when
was
came out.
infinitely better, but still DOA. And then like Dabura, like.
Yeah, but Dabura at least holds a green card. Like
He
that's
was good, yeah.
valuable.
That is true.
They should've-
And he
they should've
buffs
had
blue.
Pyka hold the
Dabura
green
is a
card or
great
something, yeah.
bench for blue. Pycon's
Yeah.
not even a good bench.
He's an okay bench, but you're just never going to use his team because red is just dead right now.
Gonna be dead for a while. What?
Yeah.
We got about
that's why
5 months
like
minimum.
when they release characters like Vegito Blue that just they're gonna ripple through time in this game, and it's just gonna be like they've crippled so many characters just with the release of one character. And that's why I hate the color system in this game, and I wish it was just all neutral in terms of color.
I mean, we always go back to it as a joke, but I would love to see an Ultimate Battle with just complete neutrality like that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, where no
Or
character has color.
God, they have so many ideas. Give us an Ultimate Battle. You don't have Rising Rush. Give us an Ultimate Battle with
Didn't
no
they say they
colors.
were going to do an ultimate battle with one Rising Rush, and then they
I don't know,
they
bro.
never
They-
talked about it again?
They
supposed to
say
be-
so much stuff. I just stopped keeping track.
It's supposed to be every other season, don't you know? That's
I mean, we're only like 8 behind, to be fair. So.
Yeah.
we're like right there.
yeah, 8, 9. Who's counting?
Oh, everybody. Every single person in the player base is counting every
Yeah, but I
single
wanted
thing.
to, like I said, just give us that. Well, even at this point, like, I don't know, Rising Rush hasn't even been so much of an issue because you just die so fast to normal combos and ultimate arts and super moves now that most games only have one Rising Rush. Like, Vegito Blue flat out kills 1 or 2 units on the team, and then one Rising Rush, boom, game's over.
You almost never see more than one Rising Rush.
Yeah, it's like only in the longer matches if you like are running Regen and you mirror match versus Regen or something like that, or GT and they're running Yellow Shenron and Baby or something like that. But that's fairly rare. Like the game is mostly hyper aggressive meta right now. So yeah, I like the idea that Brad Ultimate Battle where no unit has any type of color whatsoever. That would be cooler than limiting Rising Rush to once almost right now. That was dude, that was their fix to Rising Rush multiple times per battle. Just create characters that slaughter so fast there's not enough time for that many Rising Rushes.
And that was also their solution to regen. Just make characters that just don't care about their tankiness because they just die anyway.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's really, this game is so ass backwards in some ways. I saw your tweet the other day that was like, well, I see every one of your tweets, but I saw that tweet that was saying, what was it? What were we talking about? When the game is like, there's no RNG-based crap, no no paralysis, no lag. It's so much fun. Like, literally, you can see it on videos.
Oh yeah, where I was
it is like, dude, I'm having a genuinely good time.
Yeah, that's like when you keep your expectations low and when the game functions as it was meant to without all the bull crap, it's actually a fun experience. But
well, some of the functions that are intended are even just bullshit. Like
faint
paralysis. Like paralysis is a mistake. Rising Rush was a
agree.
mistake, but now we're in too deep for them to change it. So I don't know. Well, they can change it, but not remove it.
Just give us 100% on feint. If a unit feints you, they feint you. You know it's going to happen. Fine. I don't want to play the crap of maybe if that or whatever. If I know he's using his ult, I can plan around that and send an appropriate unit to do it. Take that. Or I can mitigate it or, don't make them obviously where they can't be canceled or something like that. But it's like, if the unit feints, like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, we all just thought he was going to feint. Because he was broken, it turns out, but it was like, he's going to feint me. Let me prep for that. And it's like, yeah, he fainted you. I prefer that. I don't know.
That's
it's
predictable.
Just RNG on RNG.
Yeah.
It's on. I don't like it. So I'm choking on popcorn at the moment. I mean jalapeno popcorn, and I don't know why. So I apologize if I'm like stuttering. It's because my mouth is. I feel like I'm dying. Sorry.
Yeah, our RNG in fighting games was never a good idea. Like,
oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, we could talk about that until I'm blue in the face. But that, like they said, like even Goresh just said, it's too late for that now. I mean, we have it. It is what it is. The game is based.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. What are you gonna do? Take away all like 90 units that do stuff like that? 100 units that? Oh, they're gone.
Just
we don't need them
simple things though. Like they need to do more surveys, and then like actually listen to some of the surveys. Not all the whiny crap, but like
One of the big suggestions that I had was that do a monthly survey, or if you can't do that, do one every other month. The only problem is that people aren't going to do them unless they get some kind of compensation for doing it.
Yeah.
So maybe give like 300 crystals or something for just doing it. Like that would add to the monthly count of crystals you're going to get too. So that would be cool. That would be good for everybody. That would be good for the developers. They understand what people like, what people don't like, and it would be good for people because you get more crystals. So it's a win-win.
Being the dude reading through that. Like, good
have the
Lord,
intern
like,
just have the intern. It probably goes into like a database, and then it's probably sorted by who answered what question, and there's like a chart.
Yeah, for all the little bubble choice questions, that's an AI can analyze all that information. It's just like those one or two blurbs where they're like other and why, and you actually have to type something.
Well, they probably even put that through an AI, and then they have like one of those things where it's like, what's the most common word, like what's that kind of thing.
they just look for Rising Rush.
Yeah.
How many people talked about Rising Rush?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And it's just simple changes too. They can, whether it's Ultimate Battle or just tweaking the game a little bit. Like how much I would enjoy the game so much more. Like, well, for all this time now, it's too late. But like if you couldn't use Rising Rush until you were down to your last character, like boom, that would have solved all the early game multiple Rising Rush frustrations, and like it still would have been RNG
That's
bullcrap.
something you could still fix. Honestly, you could still fix that.
Yeah, they still could. And Ultimate Battle is their best avenue to test it, but their turnaround.
Well, real quick, sorry to jump in. Who is in the Discord? Who's offline that's named Peepee Head? Who is that?
What?
There's somebody named Peepee Head in the Discord offline. Who is that?
That's Bebop, dude.
Bebop's Peepee Head?
Is it Peepee or Pepe?
I mean, that says Peepee Head, but that's fine. Pepe Head. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I just didn't know who the hell Peepee Head was. I was like, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
No, I guess it's Bebop. It makes sense. He uses Pepe for everything, so it makes sense.
Self-deprecation a little bit or something. But yeah, another thing that has me mystified too is that, harkening back to their video and stuff podcast from like an epoch ago. Why is there no mention any of this? Like it says guild speeding up the transition of the guild screen. Where is like the guild format changes and the game modes and all that? Like why is that not a huge focal point of Anniversary?
All they had to do was just add a little section on the bottom that was like, we understand you guys are looking forward to the guild update that we talked about 4 months ago in the video and stuff series. Rest assured, it is still being worked on. We will update you guys soon with other developments in that area. That's all they had to do. That's it.
Oh, and we got speeding up the transition to and from the guild screen and speeding up the exchange shop, which I'm all for. Like, speed this stuff up. I'm tired of clicking through menus 90,000 times, so all of it's good. But it's like you threw the horseshoe and it landed like right in front of you. I don't know.
But wait, does that mean it slowed down purposefully before that? Like, I mean, like, how do you speed that up? It's not somebody's internet connection that determines that.
I don't know. It's either like they're doing some type of optimization behind the scenes.
Well, can you optimize PvP?
Yeah, that's what it says. And we're never gonna get, dude. They're always gonna be the reason we always get the same message and they're always gonna be ambiguous about this is because they're never gonna be able to tell us what they're doing because that would undermine what they're doing. And then
I get that, but like. I don't know, man.
It's frustrating.
I'll wait 10 seconds to get into the guild tab if that means PvP runs a little better. I don't even care.
Yeah,
I'll wait
true.
30 seconds for it to load. If that means I have to connect to some server and then PvP runs a little bit better, I'll do it. I don't even mind.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever even complained about that besides when you got to buy multi-Z power for one unit. That kind of sucks. But
yeah, the caps on how many of those you can hold is dumb. Jason Pops, thank you for the donation. Says Goresh 18k CC meant for more anti-future rotations because God Key future seem best. Wait for July God Key units.
Okay, so he's asking because we had the V Jump talking about the Blue Vegeta and Goku, which is supposed to come out early July. I think we should be able to see actually that banner should release before the step ups go away. So I would wait. We should get those banners because I don't think they're going to come out this week. That would be the 1st of July, the 1st of July. I think they'll probably come out on the 8th of July, which is in 2 weeks. So I would wait until the 8th of July. That's when they should come out. And then from there, you can sort of look at them and say, okay, yeah, I want to summon on this one, or I want to go back into the feature banner, because it also depends on like how many dupes you have in the feature units. So yeah, just wait and see. That's what I would say. Because again, the step up banners aren't going away until the 15th, so we have time.
Yeah, that circles back around to what we were just talking about like budgeting for the strengths that you have, and definitely save for something like that as opposed to summoning on PyCon and this Goku right now. I mean, even though it's an Ultra Space Time banner, like it still could be good units. Like they rotate good units and not so good units on Ultra Space Time banners, it seems.
What topics do we have tonight? Like, what key points aside from what we've discussed with like the new units?
I don't know. Did Nolar put anything in
Yeah,
31?
that's pretty much it. We covered we didn't really. We kind of talked about the mail time stuff.
I'm
the
still kind
Zenkais.
of thumbing through all this management team newsletter stuff too.
The biggest things that I took away from the letter was the PvP changes. That's a question mark though, because we don't know how much that's actually going to affect anything. But I think that could potentially have the biggest effect on the game. So I put a question mark for that. And then the Ginyu Force style EX event that's coming out, that's going to be a big thing too, because that Ginyu Force team to this day is still really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to substitute a couple Sparkings, like replace like Jeese and Goldo, but like it's held up extremely well. So if we get a new one of those that's updated to like where they're all at the level of like that red EX Gogeta, then that would be really good, like really good.
Yeah, and then the thing that I was outraged about was the multi-Z power section, because both of those things are just bad, and they shouldn't have even talked about those, because it made me upset. Like,
yeah,
read those sentences. Like, why would you even say this? This letter is supposed to be about positive changes. These are all negative.
I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt when it's the multi-Z power, because I watched your video and I saw you, like, and I was like, well, how can I, like, look at this potentially any other way? And it says we plan on expanding. And that could potentially be okay as long as expanding isn't like what they're doing with Zenkai. As long as they're not taking away to add something new. Like, maybe they're only expanding it by adding new Z powers that are like this, but we'll still be able to get like all these old ones too. In which case, that might not be that bad. But
why would you even put an upper limit though? It's like
that is
first
dumb.
of all, what? So 1 to 3 star upper limit. So if you get a unit to 3 stars, you can no longer use that multi Z power. That's what that means, right? I just want to make sure that I'm reading it correctly.
Yeah, it's only viable for those units, but. I mean, if that is the case, and maybe there's no tag-based restrictions, like right now, everyone's like, oh, you can use it, but it's for, like, Lineage of Evil only or something like that. Like, I don't know. As long as they're expanding it and not taking away, if they're only adding stuff, I guess it's not bad.
I took it as they're going to give you, like, Saiyan and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Movies.
I don't know. It's so confusing because it says something, but it doesn't say enough. Like, this doesn't explain. It's just like the statement up above that's like, they're not changing the banners till November. It's like, okay, you told us something, but what does that actually mean? Like, I mean, I know what it means.
But the thing that really made me upset was the second part of this.
Oh, yeah, the Legends Limited ones are still... They could have just not said this.
Dude, they talked about this in December.
Yeah, which means
it's been 6 months, and we have zero anything in the game regarding Legends Limited multi-Z power. The only thing that you could kind of make an argument for is the Super Chrono Crystal, because you can actually buy the Z power for them from that shop. I originally thought that might have been like their version of Legends Limited multi-Z power, but they still talk about it here. Also, the Legends Limited multi-Z power from the previous announcement are still in development. The previous announcement, oh yeah, thanks. The previous announcement from 6 months ago, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
so the only reason they should have brought this up is if this sentence said they are in development and we plan to release them within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Like, if they had more, like, they're just saying the same thing.
What
they said
is
6 months
development?
ago.
What are you developing?
they're still trying to figure out how to code it into the game.
Oh, and they're
They've
deciding
coded
what
all the
color.
other
Pretty
ones.
tough. I get that.
They're deciding what color they want the little asset of the thing to be as well. Like, blue,
How is this
green.
possibly taking 6 months? It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Better if they just told us, hey, we just want to release a whole bunch of more LS before we do this. I'd have been like, all right, I got it. Like, instead of saying, hey, we'll get it to you, we'll get it. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. It's not.
You know what underdevelopment means? It means they're thinking about ways to scam us out of.
Oh yeah, how
yeah,
can they
that's
cut
what,
you?
dude. That's exactly what I said in my video because like in develop, there's no when this first shows up, there's no way it's not behind some type of paywall. Like it's
Okay.
not like showing up for free at first. It might be for free like 6 months after it initially shows up. You can earn it or something, but they're just deciding how they want to paywall it. I feel like that's what
I don't even
development
want to
means.
think what you would have to do to get it for free. The way they treat LFs.
Friendship level 100.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds crazy, but it doesn't sound that crazy for Legends. Like sincerely, they treat LFs like it's like you're winning the lottery.
Yeah, they do.
They literally do. Like you just won the lottery, bro. What are you gonna do with all your money now?
Their
Like,
value, their value. If you want a random LF that's guaranteed, their value is $80. If you want,
It's like whoa,
To pick
$80. I
one.
can't even pick it.
if you want to pick one, it's like 120, right?
I need 16 more. I got you. It's like, yeah, let me just give you $800 real quick. You know, $1,200.
Lean Glow donated and said, on Legends, besides Vegeta Blue, who do you think the best anniversary unit that came out was? I think it's Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron he is extremely good, but he's overshadowed by his color disadvantage to Vegeta Blue.
Yeah.
But it's between Omega and Fusion Zamasu, I would probably say.
Yeah, it's a Masu.
Yeah, they're both so good. Respectively.
What do you think
for
would
their-
make Omega better if he had been purple or what
Dude,
color?
literally every single anniversary summonable unit is insane.
They're
Yeah,
all
really
good.
Yeah.
Like
I
his
agree. No, they
bleed
did a
and
good job.
paralyze and poison, all three. That is, it's a game changer. Like you'll hit someone and then they'll swap out, and then that character on the sidelines will fall down to 1 HP, so they just come back in and you just tap punch them and they're dead. Like it does really mess up their strategies in a lot of cases. I love.
No, yeah,
Omega.
it literally is just his color. Omega's really, really good. It's just
Yeah.
why is he red and Fused Warrior?
Well, I
Who's
mean,
put-
okay.
Who's
I don't
putting him on
put-
a Fused Warrior? Like
I don't blame them for making him red because like they're not gonna just not release red units. Like they're just not gonna.
Well, I
stop
get
releasing
that,
red
yeah.
units.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I understand that. I mean, at some point he's gonna become better, right? He's not gonna always be subject to being just like the
well,
guy.
as
getting
much as
beat
I
up.
like Zamasu, he should have been red. So then Vegito Blue had the advantage against him, and Zamasu would have to go to merge Zamasu and be green or type neutral.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
He should have been red because then he's Fused Warrior and he's still running on his team. He's not taking anybody's spot but Gotenks. But then they're like, nah, just give it to Omega. It's fine. And it's like, bro, Omega is like he would be what holds GT down.
Yeah, I mean,
He
the
was-
only
he
problem
was
with
purple.
this, the only problem that I have with the anniversary in terms of like summonable units, because I think they did a pretty good job, and but with the exception of Vegeta Blue, because he's just stupid. I think they could have made the GT units a little better, just because the team is not used at all. Like,
They're not even close to as busted as the super units.
Yeah, Goku
Yeah.
specifically, I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku could have used a little bit more oomph. And Omega, he's damn good as it is, but
I've been using exclusively that Goku this entire season. I've been having a good he's actually pretty hard to use. Like, you have to know when to switch into him because he gets the extra key and the blast card. So you want to use that just to buy time. That's like the only reason you'd want to do that. And then he can heal up a lot. Like, he's actually, I think he's underrated.
yeah, he's extremely good for sure.
Dude, 40% is a large percentage on top of he gets some massive numbers. You get a couple blast cards off going into a Rising Rush. Or like you send in Omega and hit him with a green card and lock him real quick and then go for your Rising Rush. Like they're a good duo together, but I know they're not Zamasu and VB's level. And the problem is Zamasu and VB play off each other perfectly. They fit on each other's teams perfectly. They mirror each other's colors nicely. One is Strike, one is Blast. It's like, all right, GT kind of got a little shafted here a little bit, but
I'm going to actually interject and say that besides Vegito Blue's stupidly overpowered design, I think like the dumbest thing about this entire anniversary was that Chance Time event. What about y'all's? What are your opinion on this?
oh yeah, it's horrible.
It's terrible.
It was the
Yep,
dumbest.
that was bad.
I was so confused through the whole thing about like when the tickets are gonna be used because they never even told. They didn't even tell you if you lost. It's just like, oh, the exchange shop just showed up, and you're just like is there a? They
The
gave
dumbest
us-
thing, the dumbest thing about it is they just randomly remove the tickets from the banner. Like, okay, right now the second round is going on. It's not even over, and you can't get the tickets from the banner. Like, why?
I didn't even know there was a second round. Like the whole event is so confusing that
We're the creators, and we're like, I don't know, bro. Like everybody's like, when is these coming out, Brad? And I'm like, did they come out? I don't know.
are the second round tickets even a different color or anything than the first round? Like, should I have not spent my first round tickets because they can be used again? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. You can't, because you can't even get more of the platinum second round tickets because they just removed them from the bank. Like, okay, I guess because I wanted to get that title from the first round.
Oh, the King of Chance or whatever.
Yeah, so I was
bro.
gonna do like 5 multis on the banner, and I go to the banner and there's no tickets there, and I'm like, okay, I guess they just removed them. So I did the 5 multis on the second one. Hopefully, they have the title in there for the second ticket shop, but we'll see.
Oh, yo, Bebop changed his name back to Bebop from PP Head. There we go. Hey, nice.
Thank you, Thers XZ, for the DKK 10 with no comment, but I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, chance time is dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Garbage. Yeah, it literally made no. It could have been cool. It could have been really cool. Like what they should have done is no matter what, everybody won like 100 chrono crystals. 100 people won 500 chrono crystals. Like 15 people won 1,000 chrono crystals. One kid won 10K. That's it.
Dude, if you're giving out one prize, it should be like 100K.
Yeah, if only one.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah,
person.
one person in the world. That kid's not going to change your game, bro.
Have any of y'all seen any social media posts of anyone that's won anything? I haven't. Let me preface that.
Well, I mean, if you were Nano, would you tweet about it?
No, but like even like the 300 prize or the 1,000 prize.
One,
like,
right?
has anyone seen any posts on social media about what it looks like
nothing.
when you win? Like, is it like the Vegas tournament where it just pops up with some notification that overlaps your screen that nobody else would get, and being like, "Hey, congratulations, you won! Here's a blowjob." Like what is it? How does it?
Whoa, that's a good prize, bro. Like what? Wait, I thought we were playing Legends, dog. I just summoned more. Shit.
But yeah, but like, what is it? I don't even know how this works. It's so frustrating.
I don't know, man. What's it called? Again, if they had just something, consolation prize, not the chance taker title. I don't need that. I don't care. I'm not going to use it. And then legitimately, like giving, was it 5 skip tickets? Is that in the exchange shop? Like one of the things is 5, and it's like, bro, 5 skip tickets. Oh man, let me not use those all at once. Like literally, I don't know, man. It could have been really, really cool. And like I felt like the idea was there, and then at the last second somebody was like, hold on, let's figure out how to do this properly. And then they're like, let's just not do it then. I don't know. That's what it is. Stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. They announced a lot of good stuff. This game is forever bound to like. I feel like they have like a Pegasus shoe on one foot and then like a ball and chain on the other leg, and like they're just continually fighting with themselves doing the splits. Like,
Oh man,
That's a good what was saying
analogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 'cause they do such good things on one end, while the other side is like, no, you thought it was going to be all positive, but we had to do this too and hold you back.
I mean, that's what they do. Like I said, they give you something, and like we're gonna need something in return. So can you have my money? And like that's not good enough. We'll take that already, but we're gonna need something else.
Yeah, it's like you found Jafar's genie lamp and you wish for the treasure, and he's like, oh, you want this sunken treasure? Well, here, let me just teleport you to the bottom of the ocean. Have at it.
It's the same thing.
Okay, that's it for main topics, guys. So we can just move straight into
Questions.
questions. So
You want to take
go
a
ahead.
break first or no?
Up to you guys. You want to take a break?
That is entirely up to y'all.
I'm not. I'm fine to just keep going.
Yeah, I'm good to go. So keep going.
Yeah, I still have the thread pulled
Super
up.
chats?
So
Wait, was it midnight for you guys?
What? No, for me
Goresh,
right now
no?
it's midnight. Yeah, midnight.
Dang, bro, I love it being 9 p.m.
I'm still gonna be up for a while, so I'm not too worried about that. But at the same time,
It's 6 a.m., bro. Like,
thug
anyways.
life. Is it possible for one side to be laggy while the other is buttery smooth in PvP? Yes, that is 100% possible. Generally, I think that it's gonna like the person that's lagging, they're going to try and drag you down to their connection level. But if they can still functionally play, it's going to be mostly the other. That's more for the people that are intentionally like trying to do it, I would assume. But that is possible. That's how lag switching generally works.
When Brad and I were playing co-op, I would be lagging on my end. Like we would connect together, but he would still be playing fine, and then all of a sudden it drops. But on my end, but you were running fine, right? You were running all good, but on my end, I was like frozen, laggy, whatever. And then 3 seconds later, we both dropped. So it definitely happens. Doesn't necessarily have to be lag switching, but that's what everyone knows it for. But like I said, Brad and I were doing co-op, and then bam, we disconnected.
I don't know what else it could be, honestly. Like what? There comes a point. I don't know. I say that, and I'm like, nah, it's probably just a bad connection with the game.
Oh, it's 100% bad connection because I'm wired into my router, and you have decent Wi-Fi. So yeah, that's probably what it is. It's just the connection to the game just took a dump and died. Yeah. Anyways, next question.
Next question, or actually the first question, that was just a super chat that came through. I already mentioned this, but it says, do you think they're going to speed up the release of new Zenkai units? Yes, with the all these changes, the lack of the missions that they're going to have to develop for every single character, the decreased price, I do expect us to see them releasing more frequently. Do you think now that Zenkai 7 is so cheap, it's even worth summoning for new units? Yes, but that's the balance of team building. Like, when they release new units like these anniversary banners, of course, they'll always be worth summoning for. And then on bad banners, you can kind of mix in some Zenkai summons into the mix. We kind of answered all that already, so kind of just breeze through it. If we don't take into account balancing or who would make money off what's everyone's dream unit to get a Zenkai, and what would change about them if you were in charge? That's a loaded question, but I can at least answer the first part. I'm like, I don't know, I want Purple Broly to get one because he was really fun to use, and he's like one of the most useless but coolest in design units. Like, he's got green colored key blasts, tons of cool animations, cool character model, but definitely would be Purple Broly for me. What about y'all?
I mean, I would have said Super Saiyan Bora, but I'm pretty confident he's going to get one now. So barring him...
Bora.
Yeah, I mean, Deborah, honestly, yeah, I would actually really want that. But I want him... They're not going to do it. I hate speculating because then I'm like, yeah! And then in the back of my head, I'm like, they're not going to do that. Like, it's like... But I would love if they did Blue Boo Arc. As like he gets the buffs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that idea too because I don't really know. A, there's no other options, and then B, they can actually build that out to be a decent, like a decent sub tag. I
or
guess.
Just give him something else. Isn't he part of like? Are him and Mira and Toa related some way?
Yeah, he's
the demon realm.
Toa's brother.
Yeah, there you go. Then just make like a demon tag. Or something like that. You could smack Demon King Piccolo on there or something just because it's in his name, whatever else.
Demon King Piccolo
make
can
like
go
a
on
demon
there.
tag.
I think they'd probably just put like Boo on there too. I don't know.
Totally. What's that other dude that's in Dokkan that is really annoying because he's like as rare as the LR unit, but he's just a troll pull. The purple one, SSR. That's
you're talking about Trollhan, right?
No, he's like one of those boss units.
Demigra.
Yeah, Demigra.
Oh, got you.
That purple Demigra, like he could be in the game too,
But that's the thing, yeah. If they start expanding on that, but they're just too slow, bro. Like they release all these banners, and somehow we end up with a game with the same 15 characters playing. Yeah. And it's like, how have I summoned on 25 banners since last year? But I'm using 2 teams. Like it's like that's the problem. Even if they just did like that would be a dope free to play team, like that Demon King realm. See, then I talk about this, and I'm like, that'd be sick, and I get myself amped. And then I go to bed tonight, and I'm like, they're not gonna fucking do that. Like,
then you wake up sad.
They're not gonna do that.
Or if they do, it'll be like 8.5 months from now.
I mean, dude, we're prepping like 2 years from now for stuff like that. Like cool stuff. They're just gonna write out the things that are gonna get. It's the same thing when you play Pokemon. And all they do is talk about Charizard. It's the same thing, bro. We're just gonna see more Vegetos and Gogetas. That's it. Like, because it's what sells. It's just how it is. Nobody's gonna buy Deborah. It was Demigra. I know Demigra. Like no, like
Would they ever do? I mean, we had the first Zenkai. They had 3, right? Like we know how in Dokkan when we have EZAs, and that's just like for the most part it's just one character. But we had a couple that were multiple units, like 7 units. You think they could ever just drop 7 EZAs, but not necessarily be the top tier EZAs? I mean, Zenkais, I should say. That they're just like Dabura, just some middle of the road characters that got a good buff, but not necessarily sell.
I definitely see them doing that, especially when it comes to the EX and the hero units, if they ever start getting their Zenkais.
It'd be dope if they smacked on the same banner. Like, that'd be sick. Or the same event. Like, so you could get them all powered up at the same time or something. That'd be dope. But
because the way the structure is, here's my theory. It's the easy Zenkai, middle Zenkai, medium, and then the hard one, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever the color is what would be the unit. The hero Zenkai would be the easy one, so everyone could like farm the hell out of that. Let's say that's yellow, right? And then the medium one is like purple and green, and so they'll drop either purple or green like extreme Zenkai, and then the hard one would be blue and red Zenkai. That's sparking. You know what I mean? Like I could see them doing 3 Zenkais a month, but then one of each rarity. I'm talking about like 7 sparkings getting random Zenkais. So
again, that'd be dope. I mean, I'd be totally down, but the problem is, are those all going to be premium coming out at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. I mean, it would just be like a
42,000 real quick.
Yeah, I have no clue.
That's where EZA is like you just grind an event, and if you have the units to do it, you're good. Like that's why it'll infinitely be better. It's not premium.
Yeah,
the argument is because you need the leader to really
earn
do it,
resources while playing, as opposed to having to spend them to not even play. Like
wild, dude. It's crazy the differences like that.
It's a literal mirror.
Yeah, it's like they literally looked at it and they were like, "Ooh, that's a bad monetization model, bro. We got this." Like,
yeah, you spend money, you lose money, we make money.
Yeah, no, literally. Instead of here, we just give you something free because you summoned this unit in the past and maybe you have them rainbowed. Now they're gonna be super dope. This game, they're like, well, they could just say shit in your box. It's like that's literally how it is. Like, I don't know, man.
This is a question specifically for Goresh from that guy Cam with a $5 donation. Thank you, sir. It says, for Goresh, what is your opinion, or do you think you'll ever do a series where you run like a free-to-play account similar to how D3 does to compare and contrast the premium versus free-to-play experience?
It'll be interesting, but I just don't have the time. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, it is frustrating too. And you also have multiple devices. Oh, I'm sure you probably have like an old phone or something like that. But
I have an old phone, but it's like if it's not connected to the charger, it has like no battery. So it's just really annoying.
Not worth it.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, I still see like the value in showcasing stuff that's really like weaker, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, the experience isn't going to be that much different. You're just going to have to be on your toes that much more. Like, I don't know. My units are pretty low stars, and when I see the gameplay... I mean, unless you're comparing something to, like, Zenkai 7 to, like, just a base 2-star unit, then the difference is huge. But
yeah,
in most cases, it's not that significant.
I have questions from Spider. He sent 3, but I'm only going to do 1 because we have a lot of other questions. And if we have time at the end, we can go back. I'm going to pick this one because I think this one's probably the most relevant. How do we feel about the anniversary this year being over 2 months instead of 1?
It didn't feel like it was longer at all.
I feel like it would have been way cooler if they consolidated the time down and hyped it up instead of watering it down and stretching it out. That was not a good move because it's like all this hype was built up for all these people to like this whole make or break experience, and them dragging it out over 2 months and making it like watered down in presentation. I don't think that really helped. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Like 2 months of getting boosted rewards and stuff is fine, but I don't know. It was definitely underwhelming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Another question I kind of have is like, so we obviously have the Blue Goku and Vegeta banner coming up, which probably is going to be a UST. It's not confirmed. Do you guys think they're gonna label that as like anniversary UST and sort of like weave that into the anniversary, like the finale?
Possible. If it comes out while Vegito Blue's banner is still out, I would imagine so.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it's probably gonna come out again, like I said, on the 8th. But those banners always are up for so long that I don't know if they're gonna put anniversary on there because that banner is probably gonna be up until like the end of August or something.
Yeah.
It's true.
Doesn't
They do normally go like 6 weeks.
Doesn't this also, stretching the anniversary out, this set them on a direct collision course with like the hype for Dokkan's anniversary and whatnot? Or are they just not caring this time around? Because normally they plan around each other's events with some level of awareness that they're not going to step on each other's toes. But this,
Well,
is
Legends
like,
plans around Dokkan. Dokkan doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
it's the big
yeah.
bully of the playground. So
Yeah, I mean, because the anniversary is technically the hype part starting on the 9th of July, which is like right when the anniversary for Legends is going to end, right? So
so it is.
I guess.
Relatively, unless they have some big coup de grace at the very end, it'll be timed fairly reasonably, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I don't think the UST is going to be labeled the anniversary one, but it's going to come out like right at the end, assuming it is the UST man.
well,
You think one of them will be an LF or no?
No, I think it's just going to be a normal banner.
USC.
I
Yeah.
wonder if they'll be really good or not. I'm hoping they're at least solid, but I don't think I'll go in on it.
The
If you have
first
a good-
blue Goku with normal gi, but after Vegito Blue came out, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I think.
good way to go.
Yeah, it's taking an extra whole year to get that version in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to answer your question there, Nas, with the way the anniversary was, I agree with you that they really spaced out events when they could have cut the waiting period by like a third or even a half, and it would have felt a lot more concise. Like it didn't have to be 2 months; it could just be 1 month, but it was just jam packed with stuff. Now, I see their point where some people are like, there's so much things to do, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it's the anniversary. Like, it's supposed to have a ton of content and stuff, a ton of stuff to get you to stay in the game and, talk about it, So that's where I push back on it. I'm like, look, man, it's the anniversary. This is the one time you can throw a ton of content out there, attract new players, and hold them, and then please your veterans.
Yeah.
But as it stood, I just felt bored. Like I logged in and did my dailies, and then I didn't even do anything else. And that's where it eventually kind of led to me just like, I'm done. Because there's nothing to do.
I think like keeping at the very minimum, they could have kept those like boss raids going and planned that out much better.
Exactly. Yep. That's what gonna go. Is like if they had the boss raids continuously, and like global, like the bingo mission events, if that was like every week but something different, it would have given me a purpose to do stuff in the game. Hey, I'm contributing to the giant spear bomb for for whatever, to take down the bingo missions or something like that. But it just felt too sparse. Because they purposely dragged out events or took it for the next week. Like we didn't need to wait 3 weeks for Super Saiyan God, or was it 3 weeks? Whatever it is, Super Saiyan God Shallot to show up. It could have been like the first week or the second week or something like that. We didn't have to wait that long.
Yeah, they
you know what I mean?
deliberately teased that when Anniversary started. Like it got to the point where Buhan disrupted the process, and like, now wait a couple more days. Haha, gotcha.
Yeah, so that wasn't good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I agree with you, where they just dragged it out, really sparsed it out too much. That to me, that really lost my interest. Where I ended up saying I'm done. So
I can agree. It was definitely. Well, I said everything. They spaced it out. It could have been a little bit more condensed. And then if they're worried about people not having time to finish it, like have it last a little longer, or have the specific events that are more important on a time. Like you could have left the co-op for the Zenkai Trunks. Like that's the thing that requires the most amount of time. Just leave that running longer, and have more stuff going on at once. Just expand the time limits if they're worried about people not being able to finish, as opposed to releasing stuff and having like a 2-week window between each single piece of content that's released.
agreed. All right, next questions.
Someone donated Thera's XZ again. Do you think supreme damage on special move is possible now? Like,
Nope. Yeah, it's coming soon.
Yeah, that'll be the next wave of power creep. With power creep, you're gonna see all types. There'll be a modifier past Supreme at some point. Like next year, they'll be introducing like a super massive or supernova tier damage or whatever the next. What's the next trigger word like that in Dokkan that's above Supreme? Like immense.
Immense, and then colossal, and mega colossal, and
And don't forget, we're gonna be getting not only Supreme on special moves, but Supreme AOE. So get ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, definitely that they'll definitely power creep that in for sure.
Yeah. Maybe like a Majin Vegeta comes out. He's just an AOE unit that is supreme to everything. It's like, okay, guess we're all dead.
We've kind of the next like 4 people all kind of similar themed comments, which is something we've already covered, which is them thinking like A, Zenkais will arrive much more frequently now that they're cheaper, and B, that they're not going to be as powerful as impressive now that they're coming out more frequently or cheaper, which we think are both possible, but we don't have any concrete information on yet. We kind of talked about that already.
yeah.
Do you think Zenkai Trunks means the next Legends Limited will be LF Spirit Sword Trunks? There's no way to predict that whatsoever, alongside Corrupt Matsu.
There's no correlation per se, so
Yeah, and there's no way to predict that, but I will say, with all the stuff we've seen for Future and God Key right now, I think they'll probably wait a little bit before they revisit it to let some hype rebuild so they can drain everybody's wallets all over again. How do you think the new Zenkai Awakening revamp will affect the meta, especially concerning the Cursed Fusion team? Well, I mean, hopefully they'll use it to resurrect older, less effective units like Red Trunks, but it does make me feel somewhat salty that it's that same meme where they remove features from the game and just sell them back to us, which is like now they're selling us balance changes in Zenkai when it used to be free. So there is that little frustrating aspect of it, but hopefully it'll make older teams more competitive. So that's another hard question to answer. All these questions about Zenkai changes. We've talked about it. What do you think? What?
You know what's funny? Just real quick.
Uh-huh.
How many, since the Zenkai system was implemented, how many of our podcasts have just been like 80% talking about Zenkai?
There's been huge chunks of time spent complaining about it. That's for damn sure.
It's insane. I don't think, because in Dokkan we never talk about like one feature nearly as much as we talk about Zenkai. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it would be basically like you ragging on EZAs constantly, week after week.
But the thing is, there's no like. It's just because of the way they implemented it, right? Because this is a premium feature.
There's never been a more controversial aspect to a gacha game that I can think of than Zenkai Awakening.
It's true. I don't fault you for saying that, because it's definitely controversial.
It's how they did it. I'll say it, man. I'll say it again. It's literally how they did it. They were just like, here, check it out. This is only premium, and it's for an LF. And it's like, bro, like if you had
requirement.
It's like if you had literally just been like, hey, Kid Goku for Legends Road's getting it, and Beerus, it'd have been like, all right, well, I mean, at least I get something free. And now Kid Goku's like Z tier, bro. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. We've said it a million times. I agree with you. It's just we've talked about it so much. I'm kind of just sick and tired of talking about it. I'm hoping this really changes it in like 4 months. I'm hoping it's just to the point where it's like I can just be like, hey, man, it's better.
Well, keep in mind that this change is coming this week. The old banner is not going to be changing until November.
Yeah, for Trunks. So
yeah,
hopefully it's dope. I'm down. I think it's fine, especially even if you just get to Z3. Z3 is still pretty competitive, especially if you're on a team with like another Z7 that you got for free, like Trunks or whatever. That's only 3,000 crystals. That's really not that much. I get free-to-play players. I understand. Save everything you can, but there comes a point where it's like if you got Vegeta Blue and say you got Zamasu, you don't need to be summoning on Goku and Vegeta unless they're absolutely ludicrous. You don't need to.
Yeah, and keep in mind again that since they're removing the missions, the banners are going to go live immediately when the Zenkai drops because there's not going to be a point to wait.
Yeah,
wait. Yep.
So literally this Wednesday, or I guess Tuesday night, like Trunks' banner is going to be live. So
Yeah, there's
I
not
don't know.
going to be that.
I like
hiatus
Zenkai.
period.
The problem is I like the concept so much. It's just handled so poorly in this game. Like, it's so good because some of these units are so much fun. Like using a Z, even a Z1, it's still fun. Like if you got like Boo, a Z1, he's totally viable. He's not like he's terrible. You just got to be an above average player. You can't be like, I log in every week, I do some summons, like Nolar. Not to like diss you or anything like that, but I mean, we just don't care about PvP. You literally don't care to put the effort into it. I get it, 100%. But so yeah, he's probably not viable for you. But if you're like, even like Bebop or something, well, not even like just number 1 player in the world, place number 1 in the season. No, but if you're just like you hit 20,000 or something, you can totally make it work. It's just Zenkai, dude. Once we get extreme in Heroes, Zenkai's, I'm gonna be, I don't know. If they're free, I'm down. Let's put it that way. If they're free, I'm down. I don't know. I have no other further points on. Like I said, I'm sick and tired of talking about Zenkai because it's like.
It's not a system that really has a strong foundation or people are going to be happy about in a competitive fighting game. But
yeah, I mean, imagine you're playing fighters, and they notice that Bardock's not getting used anymore, and they're like, "Well, actually,
if you pay us $200 extra, we'll make Bardock kill everyone in one hit."
Yeah, picture that. Like sincerely, it's like
that would not fly. That would instantly
Smash Bros. They released some new DLC pack, and they're like, yeah, this. I mean, okay, actually, hold on. The last DLC pack did kind of body everybody else in the game, but that's not the point. But it's still like you're not paying $200. You're paying like $5 a character. It's not like, and you can't keep wailing out to get them stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's Dude, I tried to explain this to my grandpa the other day because he was asking about YouTube and crap, and I tried to explain how Legends works. And he's like, well, it just sounds like if you had more money, you'd probably have better things. And I was like, yeah. You nailed it on the head, Grandpa. To a T, you just got the entire premises of the game.
Vegas. A trip to Vegas is what it is.
I literally, and he was like talking all about like, he's like, well, I mean, it can't be that expensive. And I was like, well, it's like $400 on average. This is before they were changing the Zenkai thing, and I was like, yeah, it's like $400,
And then you explain to him it's like $400 just to look at moving pictures on a phone screen, and that's when he starts to lose touch with what you're saying.
Oh, dude, but it's just like, it literally is like, it's not a hard concept to understand. You spend money, you win, bro. Like, that's where it's gone. I don't know.
No, it is. For free
like
to play.
Positive stuff to say. Can I talk about fun things, bro?
Sounds like your grandpa wants to get into Legends. You ever show him the ropes?
You should do a dual collab.
If I thought he could, I'm
with
down,
him.
dude.
Do a dual
His
collab.
phone's called a
with
Rhino.
him.
It's waterproof and it's a flip phone.
Dude,
have horns on it.
Set him up on BlueStacks. Do a dual collab summon video with him, and title the video "If you had more money, you'd have better stuff."
His password to his computer is his initials, and he still forgets it. No. Like, we made his password his initials, and I don't even know how many times I got called a couple years ago.
Dude,
Brad, I can't get this damn thing to work. And I'm like, just type CB. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That would make for all the better summoning video, Brad. If you just
if I could
money,
get my grandpa a summoning video, bro, I would do it in a heartbeat.
If you just had more money, you'd have better stuff.
Dude, he picks it up quick, man. Let me tell you what.
I'm gonna tweet that out.
Yeah. It's,
Newbie donated. I appreciate you,
dude.
Newbie.
That's literally life. Like, it's like it is literally life. It doesn't. That's the problem with these kind of games. It's like, are you guys living a different life than me? Like, I don't. Are we living different life? If you have more money, just stuff is normally nicer. Maybe I'm just missing where we live. Are
you saying you don't own a Ferrari?
I mean, I'm close. My 2000 Camaro's kicking it. He's doing pretty good, bro.
Hell yeah. One day, bro. We'll be in the Ferrari club.
I don't even want a Ferrari, dude. I'll just put Lambo doors on my Camaro. I'm not getting a Ferrari, bro.
Go to the yacht club, bro. Put my sailor's hat on.
Gresh, are you in a yacht club?
I'm not.
Oh, dude, you gotta get one, bro. You're in New York.
Yeah, they have all the yachts sitting in.
You're like right on the water, bro.
No one has a yacht here.
Well, you gotta go like 100 miles or something. You get to a yacht.
Just park it in the Hudson River.
There you go. I don't know. Now I'm just gonna become like offensive to New Yorkers. I was gonna be like, didn't Sully land a plane there or something? But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah, that could have been where your yacht was, and it would have been just like Grand Theft Auto 5.
I mean, I'd watch.
All right.
I
Any
think
more
we're
questions?
kind of going a little sidetracking here.
Yeah. This is say.
Let's
Any more
go
questions
on. I
for
was
you?
trying to read out.
Slipsy?
I was trying to read out this donation. Newbie donated and said, "I feel Legends is missing an entire half of a game by not having some integrated form of defending. They could have had a defensive stance or block, but basically, like if every character had the Green Movie's Goku style of green card in some way, with a gauge similar to Vanish Gauge, like maybe a button on screen that would have that effect of Goku's green card, but it was on a cooldown like Vanishing." And he feels like that would have expanded the mechanics a lot. I actually tend to agree with that. I kind of recommended that from the beginning. Like they've said like another color card, like maybe like a yellow card, or not like yellow like that, but like orange or something. Just another color that was like a block move like that. They gave it to that Goku for that green card, but he's the only one that's been able to do it so far. So, but that is something that I agree with.
Are we talking about the Android 13 one that can like restore his Vanish?
Oh, like the yeah. Like where he puts up his hands or whatever and has a little barrier that's in front of him. And he works against red cards and yellow cards only and stuff.
I feel terrible anytime anybody gets him and they're like, "I got an LF," and it's like, well.
Oh, he like puts up the green.
He looks
card
like
and
it.
he hits him.
Like-
Oh yeah, because it looks just like the blue one. Yeah.
It's all right though. Yeah. What other questions we got though?
Let's see. What mechanic, if you guys could pick a mechanic, something like endurance or something like support ability, if you could pick one to add to the game, what would it be?
Wait, say that one more time.
Like, if you could pick a new mechanic that would benefit the game, what do you think it would be? Like, they basically ask each one of us, what if we could pick like a new mechanic? What do you think it would
An
be?
in-battle mechanic, right?
Yeah, like an in-battle. It could be like a passive or active style, I guess you could say. I already said mine along a lot of previous podcasts, which would be a character that can nullify any type of lock-in, where he would be like immune to locking situations. So I guess that would be an example of something that's not in the game yet that you think would make the game better or more interesting. No one rush.
Come back to me on this one. I'm thinking.
Nolar, Brad, any ideas on what a character, a passive, a skill, ability, anything that would...
I'd be better at removing one than adding one, because
Oh, you don't like the drawing a red card when you use a red card?
It's not even that. I hate lock-in more than I hate that.
Well, that's why I said my character, like bring in a character that can nullify that and make it just like a passive that says this character cannot be locked or something. Or nullify special lock conditions, like... When Vegito uses his ult, it says nullify special
If I had
swap.
to change, I'll say if I had to change an existing, we'll rock with that because I can't come up with it on the top of my head. I would want every lock-in ability to be like purple Ginyus, where you both get locked in. I'd rather have that because then you're locked in there with him. It's like you can't just like go out to another unit because like that's the real problem is you go in, you can just have red Vegito's fodder, but he still locks in, and you just send in blue Vegito and just body anything.
Or like wait till their red character comes out, then just waste the lock and swap. Lock swap is what you're talking about?
Yeah. And like it would just be where both characters are locked in. If you use purple Ginyu, he locks them in and he locks himself in.
So it's a fair fight.
Yeah, she only locks himself in. Like,
yeah, fair fight. So I think status ailments were pain in the ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which Omega is the ultimate version of that right now, right? Maybe like a support unit that could clear that for the whole team as they like swap in, they clear it out, and then if you want to swap someone back out, but they are able to get status ailment effects again, which means if you really wanted to clear that, you have to bring that other character back in. You know what I mean? So
someone that
it gives a strategy.
does it basically.
Yeah, it gives a strategy to be like, okay, well now get faint, down or paralyzed, which is I think is the worst one out of them all. Swap, let's say a Videl, just for example, throw in a Videl who could clear all status ailments for 10 counts and then repeats with a 10 count cooldown and then repeats again later.
I was thinking of another one that basically that same idea with the character, which would actually be pretty dope, is if it was like the dual assist unit Kid Gohan sparking from Namek with Dende on the card.
Yeah.
Like the
that's a pretty
Dende
good
just
idea.
comes out and he'll, just and heal the character of whatever. Like, and say they don't have any status ailments. If they don't have any when he swaps in,
It's a
they get
heal.
like 10%
Yeah.
health back or 20% health back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be dope. That would be real cool. Yeah. I like it. I thumbs that up. And then it would that would get those support dual assist units back in the game, which is another thing they introduced and have since forgotten about since it came out.
Yeah.
Like this game does that a lot. I was
Again,
See,
they're
now
just
we're at the point now where it's like that's dope, and I'm like, they're not.
Yeah, I was totally expecting for one of the anniversary highlight units to be like a support dual unit.
Oh, and dude, 100%, I agree.
100% agree. I thought it would be a dual unit for sure.
Or the
But
assist unit, what they call it, the dual.
All right, I have three.
Let's hear them.
The first one is a blast unit that their blast cards nullify blast armor.
That would be good. I like that.
The second one is ability to just like lock Rising Rush for like not the entire fight, but like for like 10 or 15 counts or something, so that the enemy can't use the Rising Rush. Actually, you know what? Maybe it would be so that you both can't use one for like 10 counts or 15 counts.
That'd be
like
good.
You click your main ability, and then maybe it like gives you key back, it heals you, gives you an ultimate, and then like maybe it like locks Rising Rush for like 15 counts for both players or something. And then the last one is kind of a weird one. I don't know why I just thought of this, but it's like, what if a character like had an ability where maybe it's like his green card or something, it speeds up time to 2 times the amount of normal speed, but like the characters are still moving like in the normal speed, but like everything else is double time. Like you have double the card draw speed, your switch timers are going at double speed, like all that kind of stuff. So
Maybe
instead of like
Kaioken ability.
yeah, like but your characters are still moving in the same speed. So like you're gonna have and it works for both teams too. It's not just you.
So
I
like
think that'd be
increasing
kinda
the
weird,
flow of
but-
time in battle temporarily or something like a
Yeah, and like the timer counts are going down twice as quick.
That'd be good for like eliminating passives quicker, like buff removal.
Yeah, because like characters that want to like be in or want the timer counts to elapse quicker or something, that could help them. It'll help you for sure in terms of like switching your card. I mean, it's gonna be a super OP ability too, because like the ability to just get double card draw speed and have half the time on your switch timer, like that's insane. So it wouldn't be able to last for that long, but I feel like it could be cool.
That would be cool if they did like relegate it to hit as like a time skip related ability. That would be quite cool, actually. I like that. The next question. Who do you think was the most OP character to ever be released to this day besides Vegito Blue? I have 2 answers to this. If you're talking about in a purely technical or like kit-based like and play style way, it'd probably be the yellow Gohan, the transforming Super Saiyan 1 to 2. And if you're talking about just overall effect on the meta and damage dealing ability, I would probably say Majin 21.
I'd say Purple Broly.
Oh yeah, I'll say
yeah, when he
Broly.
came out, yeah. If you're reaching back that far, yeah, definitely for his time too would be him as one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go. Initially, I would have said what you would have said too, but I think once you say Purple Broly, it's like, yeah. But
you could even really say Blue
only
Broly.
because of Bardock. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. But like you if you really wanted to reach, you could even say Blue Broly, because like back when he came out, he was like destroying everybody. Like it wasn't even fair.
Yeah, you needed to have a pretty well off green Piccolo to deal
You
with him.
needed Green Piccolo, otherwise you lost. Like you wouldn't even queue up if you didn't have Green Piccolo.
That's a trip down memory lane right there. Memory lane.
dude, go back and watch some of those videos. It's crazy the stuff you get hyped about. Like way back when, it's like, oh my gosh. I was excited to use Scouter Vegeta with Purple Broly. Nice. It's like
That was one like level 600 was the cap or something.
oh, dude, it's crazy when you look at the levels and it's like 1,000.
It wasn't even 1,000.
talking
I don't
about
think.
Well, Kaioken Goku, I remember being like, we're about to hit 100,000. And now Zenkai Trunks is almost 300K. It's like, all right, well, a little bit of a scale up there, I guess. And defenses haven't gotten that much better. So, it's crazy. 2 years, bro.
Yeah,
I've logged in every single day and spent minimum 3 hours. I bet you I spend about 8 on average.
That's a
Legends.
lot more than
insane.
me, bro. That's why you're level like 350 and I'm level 295.
I mean, does Z level mean anything?
It's a good indicator of how much time you spend in the game. That I will say that. Like,
yeah, you just tell if I no life it. I feel you.
yeah. I mean, dude, being
Well,
level
nowadays I
300
don't
is
know
still
life
pretty
it,
high.
but you don't have to. Once you get your account to a point, it just kind of handles itself.
Yep.
Yeah, you just do adventures and stuff. I bet you. I don't even think I played the other day. I was
Anything
sitting there
with
last night. I had to do a co-op at like 10:58, and I was like, "Wait."
Oh yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
frequently miss stuff on the deadline, or I'll get it done and then the day will rotate before I can accept it from the missions list, and then it'll be lost in time forever, even though I technically did it. This question can be simplified. It says, "Do you think they're going to be adding new summon animations in the future?" And yeah,
Yes.
judging by the fact that they have Vegito Blue fighting Broly, which is completely nonsensical, I do think that they'll have plenty of other weird, quirky animations like that, which generally might have the same meaning. Like they might just release a who would Gogeta Blue fight now that they have Vegito Blue
Zamasu.
fighting Broly.
Or Zamasu.
I know, but he's in the game.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Beerus.
I get it, but-
Yeah, so they'll come up with some other weird ass crap for sure, definitely.
What if it was like Gogeta Blue versus Beerus fighting? That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but the problem is we don't ever see the. We just need like the minor ones. I don't need to see Tao flying by anymore.
You know,
we
like
get
when Tao
somebody
flies
different
by
coming
in
through?
space and he can't breathe and he just falls off his
Yeah, it
ball
was
and
like,
dies?
why you do it on Namek, bro? Like, and then Vegeta pops up Super Saiyan, and it's like, oh, hold on, I did not watch the same Namek arc as you. I don't remember this one, bro. Toshi's over there, like, yeah, Tao was definitely there. Vegeta went Super Saiyan. I remember Bardock jumped behind Goku. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. No, we're just roast at that point. If anybody takes those seriously, but I just don't want to see Frieza body Goku or Goku body Frieza anymore. Can we just move on to Cell and Gohan? Like,
That would be cool if they just all of a sudden we woke up one day and the base assets just rotated to.
it can't be that hard. You just take the models and you swap them.
Nah, they have to go through the entire animation.
Well,
again.
you got to remake everything, fine. But I mean, how much money are they making, bro? You hit top grossing, like it's like you could do. This is like I don't know. It would just be really cool to just have something different.
I don't think it's ever going to
Or-
change from Goku. Just letting you
I
know.
know. I don't expect it to. It's 2 years. It just
Like, because
sucks.
actually, like the summoning animations thing is like actually really important. Like, it's really important. If they get it wrong, like they're gonna make a lot less money.
I agree with that too. It probably took a lot of production before the game even came out just to get what we got now. Well, and
Yeah,
Dokkan's on what year 5 now. They haven't changed anything. It's just upgraded.
Yeah, I mean they did change a little bit. It's
But
set up
they
in a
never,
way
like,
so that it's not like it's you're always there's always a chance that you get something, right? They don't want to
Yeah.
make it so that like it's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, this animation means I'm 100% not getting anything. And it always makes you anticipate something. Like it's actually very psychological, like how it's set up. It's specifically like that too. Like it's supposed to exploit that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Dokkan's got the summoning science down to a T. Like they
Yeah,
know.
the whole Vegeta thing was like it was like I don't want to say it was genius, but it was a genius move.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think animations will change. It's just the thing I'm worried about is there's just going to be more bloat to it, as
Yeah.
opposed to like actually meaning something. Because as it stands right now, it's like, okay, so a Whis animation. Maybe I'm wrong, but as far as I know, Whis animation in Legends is no different than going blue.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it just means
So-
2 or more sparkings. Yep, at this point. They
So,
just
like,
added that.
I mean, I would rather have like something that be some differentiation between a Whis animation and a blue animation, because that really plays into the psychological aspect of, okay, what am I going to get next? Is it really going to be the new unit, or yada yada yada? Versus with Dokkan, like, okay, 17, 18 flew in, so that's a combo, which means I probably get a featured unit. I might get lucky getting an LR or something else in here. You know what I mean? So like,
A
there's no
more
redundancy
distinction
on that.
between what means what, basically.
Yeah, so like there's some overlap, which I think they can fine tune with the animation, so you get more hyped and more the psychological aspects really play in. I mean, come on, I play a ton of gotchas. I know how this works, because they really want you to get your hopes up, and then when you're on that high but don't get it, you're like, you get something like one off the banner, you're like, screw it, I'm gonna go swipe the CC and see what I can get next. You know what I mean? So Legends and the animations are great to me, but there's not enough differentiation between the animations to give me
100%.
that.
I have no idea
hype
what half of them mean, except for Bardock, Trunks, a Dragon Ball shooting up, Tao. Those are like the base ones that I will always instantly, boom, I got it. But everything else, it's like, I just want to fake it. I don't even look anymore. I'm just like, let me close my eyes. It's like,
You guys tell me what I get, and then chat. Just
I hate fake outs in Legends. Like, I hate fake outs.
Same.
If I'm gonna get a sparking, I'd rather just get it off a good animation so that I know that I'm getting one. Because if I'm getting a fake out animation, I just skip it. I don't care.
Yeah, I skip most of my animations. Maybe not like on brand new banners, but like if you're doing, it's just a slog to go back and do like Masters Pack ticket summons when you have like 40 of those tickets saved up. That's just an auto skip. There's no reason to even care to look at what the animation is. So like maybe on the brand new banners in anticipation of maybe getting something new, we'll be like, yeah, I'll watch this, but other than that, it's just skip.
Other questions? What else?
Yeah, we answered most of them just in the line of discussion, so I'm just kind of thumbing through them all. Legends, what old events would you like to see coming back? Get revamped?
Yamcha.
Yep, Yamcha.
I knew I was gonna try and cut you off, but I put popcorn in my mouth, bro.
It's jalapeno popcorn.
15 months.
It's also about time we get a new Legends Rising character. Like, they gave us the free-to-play 21 and then Kakarot, but those weren't Legends Rising. Then they've revisited some of the Legends Risings, but we actually haven't had a new one in quite a long time. Like, so that would be neat. I agree with that. That's not really a question, but...
It'd be cool.
What?
If they gave us a unit that's getting a Zenkai, like a paid Zenkai, but it was Legends Rising before that. So like Trunks became Legends Rising, you could grind him up, do all of his stages and stuff, and then he gets a Zenkai. I don't know if I'd like that or not though, because now I said that and I'm like, well, all the people who pay, which would be everybody now, is Zenkais would just like run you down with 14-star Trunkses instead of like some kids with 7. So I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that would suck. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, your idea confused me. But Newbie donated.
So basically, you would get a unit like they would take red Trunks. You would be able to farm them up no matter if you're new, whatever else. Like the same way you did Red Vegeta or Ginyu, and then he gets his Zenkai.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe that'd be trash. I don't know. I take it back.
We're just adding events to farm up older units.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
Do you think Legends is stuck on an untenable path with the way they power scale new unit releases? Mechanics like Vegito Blues and Zenkai's together. Do you foresee the game being driven into a corner with no way out? Well, it's not a corner. They're just going to be driven up and up and up and up until units are just... But even though everything gets up, like when the whole ceiling gets raised, I mean, older stuff will get worse, but all the new stuff will still be consistently performing with other new stuff. That's just their way of convincing people to always be spending money. Like eventually, even the older teams are going to age out a little bit, and then you'd be like, all right, well, cough up some more dollars. I don't know if
I would argue that we're already at that point where it's just screwed, kind of.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like, where do you go from the Vegito Blue one shot or one comboing every unit? Like, where do you go from Merge Zamasu one shotting? Where do you go from here? I don't know. Like, is it going to get worse? Are we going to have units that are tap attacking units to death? Like, what's going to happen?
I mean, dude, I was using Cooler at Z7, and I did like 250,000 with a tap attack. I was like, bro, what the heck? So yeah, I think we're probably moving that way. Oh, that's a solid like 3% from a tap attack that's supposed to be like next to nothing, finish him off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. Where do you go from Vegito Blue?
Yeah,
there's no upper echelon besides just
they're gonna have to swing the game back into like a heavy defensive meta somehow. Like, and then after that, swing it back to offense. Like, I don't know. It's gonna take some mental gymnastics to push forward from this.
Well, part of me doesn't mind the idea of having those units that transcend the time of like, lasting forever. Like I think Purple Super Vegito is probably always going to be pretty good. I don't think he's really going to fall off. It's Vegito. He's Super Saiyan. He's good color for the team. Whatever else, fine. And then you have Vegito Blue. Fine, granted, but they're on the same team. So if you had like every 6 months or every even 4 months, they release just one stupidly ridiculous unit for a team, like Zenkai Cooler and stuff like that, and you kind of just keep going with that. After a year, it might even out, but it's just chaos now. Everything comes down to who's going to swap in on me, who's going to stop my combo. If they don't stop my combo, then I guess I'm good. Like, that's all it comes down to now. That's what I don't like.
The problem I have with them swinging back to a defensive meta is if they're going to counter Vegito Blue and they're going to counter like Merge Zamasu, like all these super like mega damage dealing units.
It counters everybody.
Then what chance do other teams have that don't have Vegito Blue on them to even deal with these super defensive units?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, you can't. What are you using, Red Gotenks?
Yeah.
Because I like Red Gotenks. He's a really good unit. But there comes a point where he's going to be putting up 10% where Vegito Blue would put up 30%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is
We'll
true.
have to see what they got planned. I mean, that's why they're Zenkaiing everything, right? So they give us all this. Vegito Blue takes the meta back. Then when they Zenkai all these units, it gets a little more even again. And then we get something else. And then they even it out. And we get something else. But it's like, I don't know. You get it.
Or we don't get
tiresome.
it.
It's tiresome. Well, we don't get why they do it, but we get where we're at now. Like,
yeah.
The writing's been on the wall for like a year now, though. I mean, since the first anniversary, and we realized how good, actually, since like Purple Broly, when he disturbed everything, and it was like, whoa. So they have no problem releasing a unit like this out of the blue. Got it. And we all should have realized at that point that's how it was going to be.
Yeah, the game will just be a sequence of breaking events, one after the other.
Yeah.
In the spirit of that, everyone, out of the three choices, what is your opinion of the quote-unquote worst to deal with meta in Legends so far? Was it the Gohan Bojack movies meta? Was it the Baby and Zenkai Buu regeneration in its height? Or is it now the Vegito Blue and Kefla? Of course I vote for Vegito Blue and Kefla. Like,
I would vote this one as worst.
No, I didn't like matches stalling out. If I'm just gonna get wrecked, fine. I just got wrecked, whatever. I don't like going the entire 180 counts, literally not being able to kill. Like but
the problem with that is you can Rising Rush them and still win. This one, it's like if you get comboed, you're
true. No, that's true. Like you're not wrong about that, and that's why Rising Rush it made an essential thing there. But I don't know. To me, that was more annoying. This meta is annoying, but once you people are pretty predictable with Zamasu and Vegito Blue. Like, honestly, unless you get into the higher up, you're rank 50, you're top 10,000, that's a different story. But climbing the ladder, it's like, yeah, you're going to go for a strike card because you got Kefla that went into Vegito Blue and he draws strike cards. It's like, it's not hard to figure that out. But once you get high up there, yeah, it's really annoying. It all depends. I don't know. I would still say Boo for me.
You just, for the time constraints.
I hate it.
I hate playing against Vegito Blue and Kefla together, so I agree with that. This is the most unfun meta to play in right now.
I agree. I think this is the worst the game's ever been in terms of the meta.
Yeah, and it's so much that there's no diversity right now. You're either seeing like Vegito Blue based fusion teams or like Future or God Key. Like that's pretty much all you see right now. It's GT here and there sometimes. That's pretty much it. Oh.
It's like 4% GT.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, we've answered most of that. We've answered that's another power creep question. And this I don't know. I don't know if this is a real question or not. But how do you counter Hero Hercule in PvP? Let's face these two cheats.
You use Vegito Blue. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Use units that are immune to status debuffs. You could use Super 17 not Super 17, like the fully mechanical android, like 13 or whatever. There's plenty of Is Baby? No, he can still get paralyzed. You just can't have stat debuffs on him. But yeah, there's quite a few units that can either remove debuffs once they're inflicted or just are straight up immune to them in the first place. That's what I would do. against Hero Hercule. It's hard to predict, but you can generally just have at least one of those units on the team somewhere in case you run into that.
Am I the only one that hasn't fought a Hero Hercule yet? Like, I haven't fought a single
I
one.
fought him twice. He is really annoying if you don't have units that are immune to that. But like Shallot's immune to it, Vegito Blue, it wasn't Beerus, like immune to it too. There's plenty of units that are just like can't be paralyzed. Ugh.
I don't know.
That was the last question on Twitter though, and no more donations have come in, so I guess we can proceed to closing thoughts and whatnot.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has anything pressing that they would like to vent about with Legends currently.
Vegito Blue sucks. That's pretty much it.
I was gonna say Pycon sucks, but yeah, same thing.
They suck in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
tomato,
terrible.
tomato.
Yeah.
Like, literally polar opposites.
So here's a donation with something that's a little bit more popular. Got two at the very end there. What is everyone's favorite part of the game? Maybe we end on something positive. So that's a donation from
Dragon
Brian
Ball.
Z.
This anniversary has actually been really good with free-to-play units, like Zenkai Trunks, Shallot getting the God form, and now we're also getting the EX event. So that's good. That's like 7 free-to-play units that they're giving out during the anniversary.
Oh, that's the boot camp one. I just put two and two together. You're talking about the EX Force. I was thinking it was the Krillin and Gohan from last year.
No,
they were
boot
talking
camp,
about.
well, yeah, it would be like a full team will be added to the summoning pool in the
That's
future.
way better. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
actually hyped for that then. I really undersold that in my video. Then, if you watched my video, you were like, "Damn, Brad didn't give a crap, dog." I was like, I literally was like, "Yeah, that's cool, I guess." Okay, I was thinking Gohan and Krillin when they came out.
No,
No,
yeah,
it'll be a
it's the,
whole team of 6 competent characters.
Oh well, then hell yeah. I mean, they've done a good job. The free Zenkais, we really can't give them any shit. Shallot's been fantastic since it got Super Saiyan 3. That kind of stuff is great. It's how often those things are coming out compared to paid stuff. That's more the problem for me. It's not are they good? Yeah, they've shown Legends Road is going to be one of the best teams in the game. Ginyu Force is fantastic. Whatever else, it's just, can we get more than one every 6 months? And they just did 2 in a week. Great. Yeah, we had Goku as well, so hopefully they're speeding things up in general, but we gotta wait 8 months to see, and then we can just bitch about it 8 months. So that's how it goes.
My favorite part of the game, I enjoy playing, like I mentioned. My favorite part of the game is when I get a PvP match where RNG isn't a huge factor, the connection is real crisp, and everything just works nice and clean and smooth. Like that and the competitive aspect of PvP in a match, and it can still have a Rising Rush in it. I don't think the usage of Rising Rush straight up removes the competitive aspect of the game, but just any of those matches that just go really well and are fun to play. That's my favorite part of the game. Just when it works.
And then you wake up, right?
Yeah, or I just have that one match, and then after that, it all snowballs downhill into disaster. Get that one. But that's definitely my favorite part. When it works properly. When it works, it works. And another little ancillary question was: do you think LF Gohan, Goten, and Goku will Zenkai? Yes, eventually. I think every character will Zenkai at some point.
Well, it's been a while since the only LF one is Beerus, right? They said they never
they don't
make.
They don't really want LFs to be bad, right? And those 3 are pretty bad, especially Goku.
Whoa, bro! You're lucky Raiden ain't here tonight.
No, Raiden agreed.
He knows he's bad.
He does not know he's bad. I'm like, somebody needs to tell him if you're saying he knows that, dude.
He's well aware. He's just in denial. That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to believe it, but he knows.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Goku, but that's just me. I didn't say he's good.
I like him too. He actually was fairly competitive when he first came out. I mean, his damage numbers were never great, but you had card draw speed hard coded into his kit. Like, he could still get results in a more technical sense, just not outright damage. But compared to someone like Vegito Blue, it's like there's no contest there.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Vegito Blue will stomp and kill any unit in the game within like 3 to 5 cards. Whereas that LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku could take like between 15 to 30 cards to kill somebody. There is no
15 to
concept.
30. Okay, hold up. He ain't that bad.
No, yes.
No,
Watch
he's
Gresh's
that bad.
video.
He's that bad.
Watch Gresh's video
Bro.
from today.
No, Lar, don't be saying. Oh, yeah, he's that bad. You don't even play PvP, bro.
Like
Well, I'm
his
looking
card
at
draw
Gresh's
speed.
video. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that's pretty shitty.
His card
Well,
draw
no, you're wrong.
speed.
He's definitely not good comparatively, but if we're comparing anybody, he's still in the. He's like in the top like 40%. Fine.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not that terrible, bro.
For
At
tech,
14 stars?
maybe I'll agree with you. If
At
we're,
okay. At oh, sure, I'll give you that one. Yeah, not at 14. Okay, you win. You win that round.
Yeah,
and,
3 stars.
and if you're examining him for his like the technical things he is technically capable of, then yeah, maybe, but that doesn't translate to results on paper all the time.
The only redeeming factors he has are his cover rescue and his Z build is pretty good.
And I like the hard coded card draw speed. It's good too. Like
His
that
green
can't
card,
be-
I think his green card is the worst
Pretty
green
bad.
card in the game.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Not in the game, bro. Like,
I
I
think
mean, it's
which
good.
green card is worse?
It's
I don't know off the top of my head. I didn't think about that. It does kind of suck for a counter, though. I have to
I can't
admit.
think of a single one it doesn't do anything.
it
It's
destroys
literally
cards.
it's literally a waste of key to use that.
It's kind of true because I mean, what are you gonna launch a super in his face when you could just launch a super anyways?
Yeah.
Alright, fine, granted.
Hey, does it restore key and delete cards? I think that's
No, it doesn't even. Does it even restore? I don't even know.
I think it. I know it
You
deletes
just
the enemy's
used him,
cards,
bro.
but I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, by 30.
Yeah, restores key and deletes enemy cards. Yeah.
Deleting
it's
cards
not-
is literally useless because by the time you delete them and they come back and the animation's over, they already have drawn.
Oh yeah,
most of the
especially if
cards
they
back.
have boosted card draw speed also, then it does nothing. But yeah, I like his card draw speed too. Like they can't.
Red
never be-
Gogeta's I think is actually better because Red Gogeta's works on tackle.
What his green card that'll do little stun thing?
Does it?
Yeah, Red Gogeta's counter works
that's
on
really
tackle,
good then. That's actually really well, not so good now, but it would have been.
and it also cancels enemies' attribute upgrade. So that's way better than. That's like not even close. The Goku's one is way worse than Gogeta's.
Yeah.
When Gogeta came out, he was actually like,
We're in a
He's
way
actually
more
good.
melee heavy meta right now, so it working against red cards makes it infinitely better just by itself there too. Those ones were much worse.
His stats are kind of trash. I'll give it to
Those the melee counter green cards were much worse back in the meta, like when you could strike cancel just endlessly with no restriction, because then you just get caught in that animation and people could strike cancel out of their red card like whenever. But now that you're locked in your red card animation from mid range onwards, those cards are significantly better than what they used to be. So yeah, but what about you,
I'm
Nolar?
agree
Even though you
with
quit,
you.
what's your favorite part of the game? Like raids and co-op events and contributing to
Yeah.
community stuff was always it.
That was always my fun stuff. You know, playing with people. I mean, as terrible as the Zenkai grind was, it was fine when I was doing it with you guys with the guild, right? So that's always fun. Just shoot the shit, hang out, and then grind some PV or co-op. So
I can
that's
agree
always
with
my
that,
fun
too.
stuff.
Yeah, but anything where you're playing with friends and it can foster like voice chat, good community stuff, then that is good as well. That's what multiplayer is all about: bringing people together and whatnot.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm so disappointed by the raid. Just
Yeah,
I
and
wish
there-
that was throughout the entire anniversary as opposed to that one day.
That-
Not
I-
even
I-
one day.
I do feel like the anniversary would have and should have been a focal time to introduce the guild mode changes and new game modes and ways to play and stuff.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Somebody in the chat just said the purple Janemba's green card sucks.
The purple
No.
Janemba's green card is amazing.
It's actually OP. It's actually one of the best green cards in the game.
Yeah, because it has the immobilize on it basically. Like you get
No. The
Half
purple
shots,
one.
too.
The purple one is the one that lets you start a combo off of a tap blast or any blast card.
you.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
full combo.
Where it just opens the portal and sucks it up and you get a free
Yeah.
combo. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
insanely good. Because there's no other way in the game where you can you literally lock someone into a tap blast animation when they do that. Like, normally people can tap blast and then have a quicker response time to perfect vanish, like, and bait you, but that's like a counter bait move. There's not too much of that going on in the game. Yeah. Because even the purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas, his doesn't work on tap blast. It only works on blast cards.
Yeah.
You can combo out of it, and it increases his impact damage, but you'll get baited by a tap blast still and end up wasting
Well,
it.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku's green card because at least his works, and at least you can chain a combo off of that.
Yeah, both of them you can chain combos out of, but Super Saiyan 3 is blue card only, which is bad, being that it's restricted to yellow cards. It's kind of like Frieza's, but Frieza's is better because it works on blue cards and red cards. And I mean, provided you activate it with good timing, it works against everything, not just only yellows. So that's why Frieza's is much better, even though it has the blue card restriction as well. Anything else? Anything else we need to cover or address? We're at the 4-hour mark here, so this was a nice long episode. Anyone have any closing thoughts before we hit the road?
Yeah, good.
No, I'm good for now. Once again, guys, appreciate you all joining us on the 31st episode of the podcast, and we'll see you all next time. Just make sure to follow every one of us on Twitter and sub to our YouTube channels. We've got content for you guys to gobble up and enjoy, and we'll catch you all next time.
Yep, Twitter is the best place to stay in touch with all of us. Give Brad, myself, Goresh, Tallen's not here anymore, but follow him. Datruth and Bebop didn't show up, but definitely follow them as well. Ryuden also, give him a follow if you haven't already. Keep in touch with all of us. This is a weekly show. We will be having it up, on Podbean and Google and Spotify, iTunes within the next few days or so. Give us a little bit of time to edit it and turn it around for you. So if you missed it or wanted it in a purely audio format to listen to later, we'll have that available for you. Other than that, I do hope that everyone has a great evening. Brad and Gresh, want to say goodbye? Any other last thoughts?
Gobble gobble, bro.
Gobble gobble.
Have a good weekends, guys.
Yeah, elbow coughs emote all around for the dab. Elbow cough.
There you go.
Yep, there you go. Elbow cough. Peace out, everybody. We will see you on the next one.
Deuces. Oh man.